Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Tuesday. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Tuesday, April 29th. I can't believe we're almost done with this month. It's about to be Mayo up in this piece. Abril is about to go bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are now rocking with Wide Open for the next 3 hours. We got you locked in. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, I mean, you can like not watch. You can be wide closed. Like you don't even have to be wide open. You can be wide closed. Like you can literally pop in, pop out, do whatever you need to do. But we know we rocking in. This is the morning show for America. Good morning, America. We love you. And good afternoon, good evening, good night, good late night, and even good morning again for the rest of the world. We love you guys. Shout out to that international timeline, that international dateline, just bow, getting blown away. So I'm talking about Australasia. I'm talking about all my people in Australia, all my people in Asia. Good late night, good morning. We love you guys. We hope you're all doing well. I'm so happy to be with y'all today. So happy to be with my crew. Listen, man. This is the Minority Report. That's all this really is every single day.
Amen, brother.
You know what I'm saying? This is the Minority Report. There's nothing you can do about it except just handle your business and just do what you want to do with your whole life. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, so happy that you're locked in. So happy that y'all are chilling. Hey, man. What's popping?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? As I sign into my laptop like I'm at a cubicle. Like I gotta get to start making calls at ooh, what is happening here? Is this a track I've heard before?
This is the Lord, player.
Woo! Hey.
Hit it, Tim.
Hey. I don't even know what to say. But every single day, in every single way, we wide open to play. Outside, inside, we keep it smooth when we glide. Stuck in life's ride. Convertible, drop top. You know that we don't have to stop. We keep it real smooth. We try to stay in the groove. Keep you all up to date. 9 o'clock, don't wait. 9, 10, 11, 12. Y'all know we trying to make people not go to hell.
Nope.
The whole crew is pretty swell. I really hope y'all doing well. Click the button, subscribe. Come with us for the ride. We all survived. So we giving high fives. We giving high tens. We don't suspend. We all dapping each other up. We dapping up ourselves. But if we don't know you, we unreverse the dap. We take the dap back. He took his dap back.
Sometimes it's like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. Hey, roll call. Where y'all from? Where y'all at? Where you from? Where you at? Where you from? Where you at? Hey. Where you from? Where you at? Where you from? Where you at? Where you from? Where you at?
Side of the map.
What side of the map? East, west side of the map.
Where you from?
North side.
Where
Where you flow with that? Yeah. But which side of the map?
Yeah.
Is it the north side, the south side, the east side, the west side? We all trying to find out what side of the map.
Man.
So put your name in the chat. Tell us where you at. North side, south side, east side, west side. We just trying to find out what side of the map. Hey, what side of the map? We just trying to find out what side of the map. The north side, south side, east side, west side. We just trying to figure out what side of the map.
Roll call. What side of the map?
La Marque, Texas is in the building. Greenville, Texas in the building, Topeka, Kansas in the building,
What up?
Brandon, Mississippi, East Orange, New Jersey, Culpeper, Virginia, Tallahassee, Florida, Anchorage, Alaska. What are y'all doing right now? Boston, Massachusetts, Washington, D.C., Inglewood, California, in this horrific traffic. Monique, stay safe. You already know. You already know what that traffic is like out there. Marana, Arizona, Hyde Park, New York. Let's get it. Chi-Town, Trinidad and Tobago, Southern Caribbean. We love you. Only cup for the girls with water around it. Pay attention. Think for a minute. I know it's profound, kid. A cup for the girls with water around it. Woo! I know it's profound, kid. Please don't get grounded. My words are founded, based in the word of God. I know it's odd when you see me. You like, oh, who is he? He seems kind of busy. I don't like some stuff he says. Let me give him 2 stars. I hope he's dead.
Oh my God.
But then he woke back up after he went to bed. Popped back up and said, good morning, everybody. Like, all y'all up? Filled my cup just to pour it out without a doubt, shout. Got the title bout. Plantation, Florida, Bloomington, Minnesota, Windy City. We already know where you are. Oh, I don't know how to say this in South Africa. Is that pot chef's room? Pot chef's room? Something like this. Chesterfield, Virginia, Dale City, Oklahoma, Forney, Texas, Princeton, Texas, Wilmington, North Carolina, Fairfax, Virginia, Liverpool, England is in the building. Hey, we love y'all. Creben and Aaron. Flower Mound on, wait a minute, West. West, yo. Flower.
West, where is West today?
What? No, it don't matter where West is. West said Flower Mound on fleek.
Oh.
I ain't heard fleek since 2003.
Shout out Fleek.
When was things fleeked? Early 2000s. Early 2000s.
Shout out the Fleas.
Not fleas. What? You just dropped the K? The K don't. K can't come play. Modesto, California. Simpsonville, South Carolina is wide open. Let's go. Charleston, South Carolina. Wow. Shreveport, Louisiana. Kingston, Jamaica. Booyaka, booyaka. That outburst of the flesh. A.C. I'd love to hear Tim talk about Canada's election. What happened?
I'll pull it up.
What had happened? What had happened in Canada? I'm a little far.
I got you, bro.
What had happened in Canada? Brooklyn, New York, Washington, D.C., Pasadena, Texas, Houston, Weatherford, Texas, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Clay Center, Kansas, Delaware's in the building. Anniversary. Why did I say that like it was somebody's city? Calling out cities and I'm like, happy anniversary. Overland Park, Kansas, Greensboro, North Carolina, Dublin, California. When them shots come out, that's the kind of beat this is. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even trying to do it.
Right?
Hey yo. But when them shots come out, people drop out. Like in high school, I'm not a fool. I keep it real cool. Y'all know everything I say is cool kind of dude. I went to go see Kendrick. I wasn't even suspended. In midair, don't care. Y'all know I keep the twisted hair, sometimes braided. House used to get raided. A lot of homies got faded, blow them trees, all in the breeze, just trying to keep they pressure from getting squeezed. The cops come out. That's when them rocks drop out. They hit the flow, run down the alley. Just another little story down in Cali in the valley. Y'all know I have to do it. My wife is fine like Hallie, I had to screw it. Keep it on lock. Y'all know how we do. I used to do the pop lock, break dancing, all on the legs. Had all them girls beg for the third. But it was kind of absurd. I had to kind of hit him with the word.
Hey.
So I wouldn't get them charges. I keep my boat out on them barges. Y'all know my girl gorgeous.
Hey.
Vintage Kanye, flipping them words. Y'all know how we do when they flipping them birds. Had them all lined up on the curb.
Hey.
Y'all got anything in the car? No, officer, we trying to go really far. Do I have permission to pop the trunk? No, officer, do you think we full of junk?
Nope.
I got a lawyer, abogado. Abogado. Anyway, okay, let's get into it. Liberals won the election in Canada. Here's what to know and what comes next.
Pulling it up, 1 second.
No worries.
Oh,
What does it mean for the Liberals to... the Liberal Party has won the federal election in Canada, culminating a process marked by the U.S. President Donald Trump's threats on a trade war and of making the country the 51st American state. What? With this result, the Liberal Party's leader and current Prime Minister, Mark Carney, will remain in the job and will form a new government with a new cabinet. It's still unclear if the Liberals will have a majority in the parliament or whether they will need to look for alliances with other parties. Here's what to know and what comes next.
confirm being ghetto. Per the usual.
You're trying to scroll.
I'm trying, dude.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Who voted for the Canadians? We don't care.
Drake.
Keep going down. Did you say Drake?
No.
Yes,
I
you
didn't say
did.
anything.
You said Drake.
I don't know nothing.
Okay, the Prime Minister. Okay, scroll down. Now he want. Okay, blah blah blah. What found the next prime? The next primer minister. I'm sure they meant prime, but the next prime minister and his government will have to address both external and internal challenges. Externally, the main one will be to manage a recently tense relationship with the United States after Donald Trump has been threatening Canada with steep tariffs and demands that Canada should become the 51st state. I'm sorry, I can't keep up with
With Donnie?
President Trump. I didn't even know that was a thing he said.
Me neither.
Is he trying to I don't know I don't know if he knows how governments work. Okay, it's cool. You can go down there and be like, hey man, change Go for America. Change Go for Mexico to Go for America real quick. I don't like it. I don't like that word, Mexico. I want you to change it to America. You could change something to Go for America. I don't think you could just walk up to somebody's whole sovereign nation when they got their own national anthem. They got their own flag. And you just gonna be like, hey dog, hey, come to 51st state real quick. What? How you do that? You just walk up to somebody's whole nation, right? They over there chilling by themselves. Oh, Canada, ha da ba 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 ba. And they got a red flag with a maple leaf. It's kind of dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Their flag is kind of dope. I need more colors, but it's kind of dope for them. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for what they've done over there, right? It's a whole sovereign nation. And this bro was just like, become the 51st state.
That's crazy.
That's like going up to a married woman, happily married woman, and just being like, you need to become Mrs. Simpson. That's a whole Mrs. Jenkins over there. You know you just need to come over here and be a Mrs. Simpson with me. What? It's weird. It's giving polygamy. It's giving national polygamy. That's what it feels like to me. This feels like national polygamy. It's not gonna happen. What does he think is gonna happen? None of that has happened. Okay. All right. I don't know what's gonna happen, but Canada, you got a new president. The liberal party is in full effect. May the Lord watch.
I mean, yeah.
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 May the Lord watch between me and thee while we are absent one from another. Oh, Canada. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Yeah, y'all right. He has no off switch. Okay, Ashley giving us some type of context that AP is not Associated Press short AP. It's because Canada receives foreign aid from the U.S., yet they charge us tariffs. So he said if they can't survive without our aid, they should just become a state. Ooh. Okay, this just got complicated. It's not giving polygamy anymore. It's giving baby's mama.
Oh.
It's giving baby's mama,
analogies.
right? Baby's mama, okay, Canada's giving off baby mommy energy now, right? It's like, okay, look, we connected, right? We connected by land. You ain't got, you could just drive over here. You know what I'm saying? We share custody, you know what I'm saying, with a border. You know what I'm saying? But I need that child support, though.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know we got one baby, but I'm going to need about... Hold on, Donnie. Hold on. Shut up, Donnie. Hold on. I'm going to need just like about $57,000 a month.
Whoa.
Just.
Look, I could have rounded it up to 60, Donnie. Stop playing. You know you got the money. Stop playing. You a billionaire. I just need like $57,000 a month and I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? If you just send me some rice over here.
Oh.
Just send me some rice and send me some canned goods, okay, and some steel and some lumber. If you just get that over here to where I am, then maybe, I'll feel all right about myself. That's the energy it's giving.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
It's giving baby mama. Canada is U.S.'s baby's mama. Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. I've gone too far. Canadians are about to start throwing green beans.
Green beans.
I don't know. I don't even know if they eat green beans. I'm just...
Let's find out. Let's see.
Canada, do you eat green beans?
What do I eat?
Why can you just ask a whole nation that kind of question?
Yeah, it's cool.
Hey, Canada, do y'all eat green beans or nah?
I mean, they eat
You got
syrup,
confirmed
maybe?
poll.
I'm weak. Trump needs our minerals because that's where America spends their money with Canada. Okay, see, now Canada coming back like, see, it ain't even like that. I ain't nobody's baby mama. The truth of the matter, I don't know why I just personified Canada as like a scorned, like, I tried to work it out with this dude, but he didn't, he keep playing. He forgot that I was the one that ran the business, okay? I had all the minerals over here already before that fool even showed up. I was doing fine without fool. But then he showed up and started asking for tariffs. Like he don't need our quartz. Y'all ain't got quartz down there. Quartz is up here with us. I didn't say quartz. I said quartz.
Not quartz, quartz.
And quartz ain't short for quarters. It's short for quartz. I be doing stuff with them quartz. And America ain't the only nation that be liking my quartz.
Oh, dang.
There's other nations that like my quartz too.
Shout out to Quartz.
How do you
I'm
say that in
weak.
Spanish? Quartz. I can't
Cortezo.
remember. What'd you say?
Cortezo.
Nah, he just Spanglish is murderous, dog.
Hector, we missed
Spa-
you.
Spanglish is murderous.
It's Cortez. That's a last name.
It's quartz in English.
And shoes.
Wait, what?
Shoes, the Cortezes.
Nike Cortez.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't know.
Not in maple syrup. Okay.
I found the Canadian meals, by the way.
Ooh.
The
Couple
Canadian
Oh, yeah,
meals?
Yeah,
Poutine?
traditional Canadian meals.
Maple glazed carrots and
Ooh.
poutine. All right, y'all. All right.
Isn't poutine like a nasty term in America?
No, it's not.
You sure?
I
we
promise you it's not.
We're not sexualizing everything,
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
but
I promise you it's not.
It almost sounds like
It's
it, so
not.
I'm gonna calm down.
Yeah, it is not.
All right.
I am making direct eye contact with you
I know.
for it is not.
I stopped.
Yeah. It's just poutine. It's what it is.
Is that
That maple
Poutine.
syrup carrot thing is good. My grandfather used to make me that.
The
And
maple
he
sy-
wasn't Canadian.
Oh, he just
He was
jacked it.
Colombian. He just, yeah.
He just
Yeah. He told me
culturally
to eat it.
appropriated it
Yeah.
and ate it.
Yep. He's like, it's good for your eyes. And then I ended up with glasses. And I was like, well, you lied. I ate all the carrot for nothing.
first line?
First lie of the day.
Yeah, that's all our parents used to tell us to eat vegetables
Yep.
and This will make you, the spinach will make you strong. It's like, no, you just watch too much Popeye cartoons.
Right?
And carrots is good for your eyesight. And it's like, have you been talking to rabbits? Is your optometrist a rabbit? So funny, yo. That is hilarious. Canadian meat pies, traditionally made with the ground pork, sometimes mixed with beef or veal, onions and spices with clove, cinnamon, and allspice. Originates from Quebec and is especially popular during Christmas and New Year's. Poutine, French fries topped with cheese curds and hot brown gravy. Wow. Simple but iconic across Texas.
Sounds pretty good.
That sounds like a heart attack. Maple glazed carrots, baby carrots cooked with butter and real Canadian maple syrup, sometimes with a hint of thyme or rosemary. Sweet and savory, highlighting Canada's famous maple syrup. Butter tarts. How did we get here? We started with politics, and now I am on to desserts.
I am here for it.
Flaky pastry filled with rich mixture of butter, sugar, and eggs. Sometimes includes raisins or pecans. Considered one of the most quintessential Canadian desserts. Drink Caesar. Canada's signature cocktail. Vodka, clamato juice, clam, and tomato. That sounds
like a Bloody Mary, right?
disgusting.
It's a disgusting Bloody Mary.
It's the fact that they just merged the two names and it's clamato. That sounds like a disease.
Sounds like chlamydia.
Hey man, what are you drinking today? Clamato.
Could you
I like to drink my STIs. Hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce, served with a celery stick. Y'all, if y'all don't get this, think of it as a spicier seafood forward cousin of the Bloody Mary.
No.
Oh.
Forward.
Oh no.
That's what I'm gonna start doing when I want something to seem more palatable. I'm just gonna add the word forward to it. But like, hey, this is a ratchet church down the street that is gaslighting people and takes up offerings for 2 hours. Hey, just think of it as a more progressive forward church.
Amen.
What?
Also known as a Caesar.
Also known as it's a Caesar church. What? Yeah, there must be some clamato juice on the inside of it.
I almost said field trip. That killed it for me.
The pastor must have clamato juice.
Oh.
Hey, what do you call a promiscuous person? Someone who drinks a lot of clamato juice. What do you call a guy with multiple partners? A walking clamato.
We just started something.
He's a walking clamato juicer. Lord have mercy on my whole soul. All right, I love poutine. Yeah, poutine. I mean, fries with cheese curds and brown gravy.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know who started it, but okay. Let's just try it.
What you want to hit, Timmy?
What else is going on in the whole wide world?
We got the sharp hitter that I sent last night with the allegations.
No. We gotta talk about that.
It's
We we talked about it yesterday, but I read more of the details after the show, and again, man, you can learn. Obviously, there's going to be enough things in life that we do that we have to learn from, but when we can't learn from ourselves, we need to learn from others.
Mm-hmm.
And Shannon Sharpe, who is a guy I admire, who is a guy that I just love as a personality. Like, he is himself. Like, I there's so much I love about that dude. Loved him as a football player. Love him as an analyst. Love his podcast. Man, this is terrible. So I'm gonna just talk about what I read, and then if there's something on here that kind of catches my eye, I'll hit it. But Yesterday we talked about the fact that this was a situation between consenting adults that turned sour. Shannon Sharpe is 56 years old. And he was with this OnlyFans model who was legally of age. And you know I'm on record as saying some stuff is just still gross. I don't care if it's consenting adults or not. This young girl is an OnlyFans model. She was 19 or 20 at the time that they hooked up. And there's audio to this story as well. That is pretty scary to hear. And if this is the way a conversation is going over the phone, I'm not sure what happened in person. He offered $10 million to settle, which if somebody's lying, you don't offer him $10 million. I would never offer nobody $10 million for no lie. But she wants $50 million. And here's what I would like to talk about. I would like to talk to the men. We can say whatever we want to about the young lady. I'm sure there's commentary that needs to be had around the young lady. But I want to talk to grown men who somehow, some way, find it difficult to grow up. Let me say it again. I want to talk to grown men who somehow, some way find it difficult to grow up. I am on record as saying that if all the men in the world got healed, there would never be another rape allegation in the history of mankind. I'm going to say it again. If all the men in the world got healed of their trauma, delivered from their perversion, there would never be another rape in the history of mankind. Well, Tim, some women rape men. It'd have to be a really young boy or a really young girl. But I'm talking to the men. And I need grown men to grow up. We need grown men to grow up. It is crazy to me. Now, these are alleged charges. We don't know what's true and what's not. There's just enough information for a conversation for the rest of us as men on how we are going to govern ourselves around women, married or not. Could you sleep with anybody that you want to if they are of legal age. Yes, you can. But philosophically and morally, I said this yesterday, more lightheartedly, and now this is more soberly. What is a 56-year-old doing with a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old? I think he was 54 at the time of this happening. So what is a 54-year-old doing with a 20-year-old? Don't women outnumber men 4-1 or something like this? Can you get that stat for me? They're in America specifically. In America specifically, I think women outnumber men by some crazy proportion. What is it? Okay, 334 million, 51% are women. There are roughly 100 women for every 96 men. Okay, so that's the so 1 in 4. Am I right on that? Or 1 in 3 or something like this? Something. Okay. All right. All right. So there. Oh, so it's a closer ratio. Let me say it a different way then. There's a lot more single women than there are single men. This is the thing I'm trying to say. You can date anybody you want to in any age range you want to. I'm just trying to figure out why these really grown men can't find somebody their own age. This is my thing. So I just want all the men that are here, right? A lot of people out-talk their audience. Let's say that. So many people out-talk their audience. They think I know this is not a State of the Union address. I know the whole world ain't listening. So let's just hold everybody that is a basement dweller and everybody that listens to our daily show wide open. I'm talking to the men on this platform. If you are in your 40s or 50s, can you please leave these 20-year-old girls alone? I don't care if they came on to you and you got a little adrenaline rush like, oh, I still got it. I remember when I was in my 20s. No girl really used to get at me. No, you had a Honda Civic and you were eating ramen noodles. Now you're in your 40s, your 50s, you got a house. You know, maybe you got an Acura or something. I don't know, a Porsche. I don't know what you're driving. And you out here. And now you feeling yourself a little bit. And there's some younger girls paying you attention. Maybe you stay in the gym a lot, blah, 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 blah. But, man, come on, man. Stop. Leave these little girls alone. Well, she's an OnlyFans model. That's a little girl, man. 5 years ago, she was in high school. Like, I don't understand. Like, your brain, you can't be that horny. You can't be this desperate for sex that like you shut your brain off. Like you got to think through some stuff. You got to think through, like, what are you talking about? Even if the girl did like you and wanted to get at you, what? You got to be the man around here. I just, listen, you know, I'm just talking to I'm just talking to my audience. I'm just talking to the dudes. If you in our Discord, you in our YouTube live chat, I'm trying to tell y'all, stop messing with these little girls. Stop flirting with these little girls. Leave them alone. Their brain ain't even fully developed. Of course you can spit game and twist something and flash some money and get a nice hotel and treat them to a good weekend and buy them some shoes. What? Hey man, grow up. Are you trying to like complete a loop that you feel like was unfulfilled? You didn't get nobody in high school, so now you still trying to get with a girl that looked like she in high school? What is your problem? You got to stop. Just got to stop. You got to stop. That ain't it. It's just not it. I said yesterday, there's a whole lot of people you can find your age out here in these streets. There's a whole lot of people out here in these streets your age. You can find a 42-year-old baddie who look 25. There's a lot of women out here, beautiful, in your age range, that look like the girl who's not in your age range. She drink a gallon of water a day. She in the gym 4 days a week, hitting them squats, hitting them butt lifts. Like, go get her. You know what I'm saying? I like them young. She 42. Her breast is probably 8. She might have some 8-year-old breasts. She might have a 4-year-old booty. She might have a 2-year-old stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like, cosmetic surgery can make you young in a bunch of places. So, like, what are we talking about? I'm just saying.
Tim,
ma'am,
can you help me wrap my brain around this?
Probably not, but go ahead.
Shannon Sharpe has 3 kids. 2 of them are daughters. So I'm trying to wrap my head around. One's like 32, the other one's 28. And I'm trying to wrap my head. I'm like, how do you have... And I don't know if they have close relationships. I don't know if he's been present. I don't know what that is. But I'm like, how can you have daughters and pull something like that?
Because when you objectify women,
right.
You compartmentalize the relationships. So he ain't thinking about his daughters. His daughters don't even cross his mind. He sees a woman he wants and feels like he's in a position of power that he can get her. And allegedly she consented. Like, okay, maybe she's a young girl that wants to be with a powerful man. Most young girls that didn't have a daddy want to be with somebody in authority. It's not rocket science. Like this, like it ain't just sex is what we bring together to numb our pain, but we all know that ain't the narrative behind the thing, right? If she's a 20-year-old OnlyFans model, probably ain't no daddy around. There's no, and if you ever want to know if anybody in the porn industry or in the sex worker industry actually wants to be in the industry, give me, I know this is hypothetical, give me a time machine and let me go interview him at 8. Specifically 8. I want to interview the little girl. What do you want to be when you grow up? I bet you stripper don't come out of her mouth. I bet you escort don't come out of her mouth. I bet you everything I own that being a some thought side chick, baby mama don't come out of her mouth, not at 8 years old. So what happens between 8 and 20? Just 12 years. 12 years later, OnlyFans model? Oh, something has gone wrong. This is not the aspirations of a little girl moving into her adolescence. That's nobody's aspirations.
Yeah.
But something happens. Boom, 12 years later, now you're doing something that you never thought you was gonna do, and you're gonna justify it like, I'm making money, blah, blah, blah. This is my choice. This is what I wanna do. I'm in control. I'm in front of a camera. I never gotta touch nobody. I'm in control. This is my life, and blah, 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 blah. And blah, blah. No, that's not what you wanted to do at 8. Stop playing. It's not.
Tim, I know just for like a quick second, you were doing a mini role play of what Shannon Sharpe was doing, of like doing that mental justification. Well, maybe maybe I could take care of her or whatever it is. What I've noticed, I've been watching this show called You. It's about this psycho killer on Netflix. And throughout the whole show, it's super interesting because the whole show he's talking to himself, justifying, I need to kill this person to protect my wife. And my wife would want this, and she doesn't know how to say it. But it's just all in his head.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing, even with Shannon, is just an example of what all men, not all men, but a lot of men do, is you're doing all this mental justification for the sin you're living in, when in reality is, hey, bro, if you are attracted to a 19-year-old, just tell a trusted bro, and he'll talk some sense into you, and boom, you'll have a wholesome, safe life. But now you're getting caught up. It's exposed. It's just chaos is what I see.
And this is the beautiful thing. I'll tell you again, if this book be your guide, if it really be your guide, it will guide you, right? If the Holy Spirit really be your guide, the Holy Spirit will guide you. I just got to say, there's something to the faith of believers in Jesus that makes, as a believer in Jesus, as a disciple of Jesus, it makes every woman my sister. It makes men my brothers. And if I've been baptized into a family, I would never look at my sisters this way. If I'm attracted to one of my sisters, which attraction is not a sin, I do not allow this attraction to lead to a reaction that's going to dishonor my sister. But like, again, there's a lot of grown men who have never grown up. You see what I'm saying? A grown man doesn't mean you're grown up. That's not a thing. Just because you're grown does not mean you're grown. Chronological age does not equate to maturity. It does not. A 60-year-old man does not automatically equate to wisdom.
Yeah.
It should. It doesn't. And so here, when we talk about getting over trauma, one of the reasons why is you don't want to be a 60-year-old still dealing with the folly of your youth. That's stupidity.
Yes, foolishness.
Yeah.
That's foolishness. Why would you? I understand making mistakes in your teens and your 20s. How are you 62? Because you never checked yourself, and so you wrecked yourself. Shotgun pellets are bad for your health.
Shotgun bullets are
That's
bad
so
for
good,
your
Tim.
health.
I just came from, I just had my last parenting class, and the last one was about the shaken baby syndrome. And I forget the percentage, but the men have a higher percentage of killing their babies by shaking them because they were taught to hide their emotions and to suppress everything. And so what you said is just so good, because it's like, yeah, you can make mistakes, but you have to like learn from them so things like that don't happen. But yeah, I mean, women still, there's a percentage that women kill their own babies from shaking them because it's a lot, it's overwhelming.
It is.
So that's why it's so important to not suppress
That's right.
emotions, because they don't want to kill their babies.
Of course.
It's just in the moment.
That's right.
They're just so frustrated because the baby won't stop crying. They shake them, and babysitters and all, but majority of that percentage was men.
Yeah. Well, again, whatever doesn't come up and out through words comes up and out and through the body. I mean, if this is true, what's happened in this scenario, you got a man with a 20-year-old, a 19 or 20-year-old that's already consented to have sex. So then why rape? I've given you what I wanted to give you, and you still want more. That's a power issue. If that's what's happened, I don't know.
Yep.
Let's make sure. I just want to make sure on this that this part of our conversation is not the thumbnail for today, because I'm talking to our people.
Yeah, not thumbnail, no title.
Yeah, no thumbnail, no title. Tim Ross talks about Shannon Sharpe.
Not happening.
I'm talking to our people about
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
important.
I'm not inviting everybody
Yeah.
else to come hear what I had to say for 20-something minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We know what we do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what energy we on here. If
Grown
it's
men
not,
need to
if
grow up.
Huh?
The grown men need to grow up. Like what you
grown
said.
men need to grow up. That's the bottom line.
Like all that. Like if she's legal, it's good. Like no,
hey,
no.
bro, I'm sorry, bro. Listen, man. Listen, man. A grown man on some grown man energy. Listen, let me just talk straight. That's the grace I've been given, right? That's my mandate. A grown man on some grown man energy, okay? Whether you're a believer in Jesus or not, you got to have dick control. Bottom line, that thing's gonna point up. If you are a healthy sexually driven man, that thing's gonna point up. That penis is gonna get erect. Dick's gonna get hard, and you got to tell it to calm down. We can't be out here thinking with our third head, talking about some. Bro, I don't know what happened, man. She just came over, started talking to me, and one thing led to another. Nah, nigga, you didn't stop yourself. That's the bottom line. You ain't got to be a believer in Jesus Christ. Stop messing with young females.
Yeah.
You are 40 and 50 years old. Everything can't be, her booty was big. You have no self-control at all. So a big booty is going to make you violate your vows. A big booty is going to make you literally throw it all away, compromise your integrity, cause a scandal to break out, all because, oh man, she just wouldn't. I kept telling her, man, stop playing with me. Nah, man, you're no man. Yes. That's the thing. Because your no means yes, you think their no means yes. No, you down the clown. That's the bottom line. You down the clown. I'm just telling you, they don't got no discipline. That's the bottom line. This ain't got nothing to do with no, man, she was just a baddie. I couldn't even help myself. Well, you have no control in other areas as well. It's probably why you got to escalate and only $800 in the bank account. It's probably the same energy since you have no control. We got to stop. And I will do it. Discord. Making Bible reading requests. Ask and you shall receive. All right. I'm starting from verse number 1, okay? This is Proverbs chapter number 7. Last year, me and my family read Proverbs for the whole year. That's all we read for the whole year. 1 through 30, 1 through 28, or 1 through 31, depending on the day of the month, whatever. My son, keep my words and treasure my mitzvot within you. Keep my mitzvot and live, my teaching as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. And we will write them on the tablets of our heart. Todd Delaney, shout out. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your relative. They will keep you from a seducing woman, from the foreign woman with her seductive speech. For at the window of my house I looked through my lattice. I saw among the naive, the naive. I saw among the naive, I noticed among the youth, a young man lacking understanding. If a young man lacks understanding and he doesn't correct himself, he will turn into an old man who lacks understanding. Crossing the street near her corner. Where's a hoe always? On a corner. Walking in the direction of her house in the twilight of the evening, in the darkest hours of the night. All of a sudden, a woman meets him, dressed as a prostitute with a cunning heart. She is loud and defiant. Her feet never stay home. Now in the streets. She been for the streets since biblical days. She's been for the streets. Now in the streets, now in the squares, at every corner she lurks. So she grabs him and kisses him, and with a brazen face says to him, I had a sacrifice fellowship offering. I had to sacrifice fellowship offerings. Today I paid my vow. So I've come out to meet you, to seek your presence eagerly, and I found you. First of all, this whole lying. She would have said this to any dude coming down the street. She don't even know bro's name. These promiscuous women, they tell you what you want to hear. They're looking for a crack in they're looking for the deficiencies in your well-being. They're looking for where you're not well watered. They're looking for the brown patch of grass amongst all that green. So I've come out to meet you, to seek your presence eagerly, and I found you. Oh, you looking good, daddy. I have spread my couch with tapestry of dyed Egyptian linens. I have perfumed my bed with myrrhs, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink our fill of love till morning. Let's delight ourselves with love. For my husband, oh, she a MILF. For my husband is not at home. He's gone on a long journey. He took a bag of money with him. He won't come home until full moon. With her persistent pleading, she entices him. Do you see this? She has to wear bro out. She has to wear him down. This bro had time to move around. She persisted. You got to stick around to entertain a hoe's advances. They're persistent. They keep coming at you. You're going to have to move around. Potiphar's wife was persistent. Joseph had to move around. With persistence, with her persistent pleading, she entices him. With smooth talk, she seduces him. Suddenly, he follows her like an ox going to the slaughter. You see what's about to happen. Like a stag bounding toward a trap, till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare. He never considered his own soul. Bro ain't considering his daughters. He also ain't considering his own soul. Now then, sons, listen to me. Ain't this? Y'all take it from the Proverbs, but you won't take it from a nigga from Inglewood. Because you so hung up on the fact that I said nigga, you forgot the verse. Now pay attention, sons. Listen to me. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray onto her paths. For many are the victims she has brought down, and numerous are all her slain. Y'all ain't ready for this. Her house is a highway to Sheol. Another word for hell. Leading down to the chambers of death. Trying to tell you. That's Proverbs chapter number 7. I read the whole chapter. Huh?
Highway to hell is crazy.
Highway to hell. Her bed is the highway to hell. Get in the bed with her, you might as well. Somebody say, go to hell. Jump in her bed. See what happened.
AC/DC made a song.
That's right.
Like your whole life's going to be hell.
Bruh. It is. It is. I don't get it. I do get it. I don't get it, but I do get it. I don't get it, and I do get it. Yeah. Just think this first hour, we just trying to help somebody, I guess.
Absolutely.
I had a church that I oversee. Pastor committed adultery. Brave, huge, brave thing is he stood up in front of all the congregation in 3 different services, confessed to sin. Okay. After he did that, I said, okay, if anybody else is in hidden secret sin, if your pastor just confessed it, you should confess too. All these hands went up. You can get out. What the enemy makes you think is, I'm going to lose everything if I do it. You already lost everything, so do it.
Build a mosaic. It's so worth it.
You already lost everything, so just do it.
What can you lose? You already lost it all.
You already lost it all. Just
Bruh, you're good.
fall on the sword.
Yes.
There's freedom on the other side of it.
Get a self-revive kit.
Yeah, because who wanna just keep living the lie of just, yeah, nobody wants.
It's misery. It's misery.
It ain't cool, bro. Hey, sometimes it bees like that. This is one of them. It's one of them sobering Tuesdays where I'm just trying to tell somebody, and there's plenty of women out here doing some crazy stuff too. But I'm just saying, if a man was really on his thing, then even this type of woman that is described in Proverbs, a man with maturity looks her dead in the eye and goes, you better stop playing with me. Moves to the other side of the street, keeps going. Woman, you better get home to your husband. You know you could get stoned for this, right? In that day. I'm not saying now. But somebody gotta look up and tell Jezebel. You know what I'm saying? Tell the thought, tell the hoe, tell the home wrecker, tell the
OnlyFans model.
Tell the OnlyFans model. Like, don't nobody want to see all that. Hey, listen. I put plenty of women in their place. They don't know what to do. They some of them get offended. Then some of them start being like, you ain't all that anyway, ugly nigga. Like, they saying all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, your little powers don't work on me. You batting them lashes ain't doing nothing for me.
Some fall more in love.
Some do. Because then it's like, oh, I can't get them, but I'm going to prove I can get them. You can't get me. I'm nowhere to be found. With a T. That's how we say it in the hood. That nigga bonked out. Put a T on it. You remember? Yeah, that nigga bonked out, bro. Bro was out of there. Nah, we move around. Ain't nobody seeing me nowhere. I'm not in nobody's corner.
No mall.
I ain't in nobody's mall.
No Wetzel's Pretzels.
I'm not at Wetzel's Pretzels. I've never heard of the place.
Really? At the mall?
Never heard of Wetzel's Pretzels. I don't be at the mall. I'm not at the mall.
You're right.
Everything I need, I have shipped to the house. I don't need to go nowhere. We ain't got to be doing all this foolishness.
And when you do go out, you're locked in.
I'm locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I go exactly where I'm supposed to go when I come home.
That part.
My wife is looking at my location services, not because she trying to track me to see if I'm going to do something wrong. Mm-hmm. She just like, oh, where my man at? Oh, he right there. Mm-hmm. I'm always where I said I was going to be.
Yep.
Nobody got time for all that foolishness. So, yeah. I'd be inside. Some of these jokers need to stay inside. You got $100 million on the line, stay inside.
Mm-hmm.
100 mil.
You got $100 million on the line, stay inside.
What are we
fam.
doing, player? Please.
Or be in and out.
Why you on OnlyFans?
What are you doing?
What's going on? How'd you find her?
I'm not. Yeah, please. Is it 10 already?
It is.
Hey.
My gosh.
Uh-huh.
See how fast we wide open.
Grow
These
up, grow
phone
up.
lines stay wide open.
Grow up.
Hey, everybody, we wide open. Shout out to 1,000 in the chat. Hope y'all are all good here. We wide open. We ready for the world. Oh man, we wound up talking about so much. Marta gave me homework.
Yeah?
There were some things I was supposed to say, and I forgot to say it because we just went to talking and locking in. I'm gonna say it tomorrow.
Okay. There's also that little time period after we finish calls.
Vale. Sí, sí, sí.
También.
Sí, sí,
Si
sí.
quieres.
Gracias.
De nada.
Gracias. All right, who's our first caller?
Kimmy, you are on the line with Tim Ross. Welcome to the show, my friend. Kimmy.
Hello.
Hey, Kimmy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's good to hear your voice.
Okay. I'm so nervous. Okay.
Take your time. You good?
I wrote down. Um. Okay. So my question. So my question is, I need some guidance or some words of wisdom. Um. I wrote down some stuff. So I just want to say I love y'all.
We
I
love you.
just love y'all. I love the whole crew. Um. I've been following you since about 2019. I believe it's the weekend of transformation. I can't went up there for something. I don't know, but we had so much fun that weekend. I think it was the keys. We got the
Okay.
keys. I think that was when it was. Um, so a little backstory. I went through a really bad divorce in which I lost everything.
Okay.
So I met a guy who was just not a good person, nor was he a follower of Jesus. During this marriage, God did bless me with a little boy. It got really rough. My youngest was very sickly, and he's still very ill, but we make it. And that came with some other challenges. So fast forward 5 years later, I've got remarried. So with my son's father, he is very wishy-washy. My son thinks the world of him, but he's sometimes just not reliable. He lies a lot, and I'm left holding the bag and making excuses for him. So my question is, I need some guidance or words of wisdom for that. Secondly, my husband is starting to get a little fed up with the inconsistencies of my ex-husband's actions, and I want to know how can I hold tension in that space.
Okay. Well, first let's process the ex.
Yes.
How long were you married?
We were married 6 years.
Okay. And then the divorce was messy. You lost everything, and now you're remarried?
Yes, it wasn't messy. I just gave it all up.
Oh, you gave it all up. You just walked away. I understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just walked away.
Okay. Understood. I understand that. And now you're remarried?
Yes, I've
Okay.
been married about a year.
Okay, congratulations. How long between divorce and remarriage?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. And so now there's still obviously you share a child with the previous husband, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that is bringing conflict to the current marriage.
So the conflict comes when he says he's going to do something and my son get excited about it and then he don't show up.
Okay. Okay. So I know your son is very young.
Yes, he's 7.
He's 7. Okay. There's going to have to be a conversation with your son to help him to understand, even at the young age and stage that he's at, that his father's unreliable. Now, you don't have to say those exact words,
Okay.
but there has to be a calibration of expectation for your son because you cannot control your ex-husband. That's why you left him. Right? And you didn't leave him because you couldn't control him. You left him because he could not be consistent or he could not keep his word. If he can't keep his word to his child, I know he didn't keep his word to you. Right? So you had to leave. You walked away from everything. You made the right decision, right? You're remarried, you're happy.
Right.
It's all good. But your son needs to know, without disrespecting his father, your son needs to know, hey, sometimes your daddy is going to be able to make it and sometimes he's not, and we never know when that's going to be. Like he just has to know, right? And hey, if he doesn't come, we're going to get ice cream. On the days your daddy don't come to do what he said he's going to do, you still have something to look forward to.
Okay.
Because that you can only control your side.
Right.
You can only control your side. And obviously there is an impact that happens to your son, and you just mitigate that by I just believe everybody should have context, because context just helps everybody be okay. And instead of this little boy waiting 9 hours, right? And for a phone call that may not come, for a trip that may not be fulfilled, for an update that may not even the decency of an update, just a no call, no show, right? Just
that's what I was saying. At least you could just tell him you're not coming.
exactly,
I mean, it's okay.
exactly, right? Like, hey, some plans change, but like a no call, no show, it's just another reminder of why we moved on. So
Right.
I would just make it as clear as I can to the 7-year-old, like, hey, buddy, I love you. Your daddy does love you. And sometimes other things come up from him and we don't know when that's going to happen. And so I know you're supposed to be with him today, but if he don't come, then you get to play Fortnite a little longer, or, we'll go get your favorite burger, something. So that the whole day ain't shot. But yeah, I would let him know, just in a way that he can understand, like, okay, he might be here, he might not. And that'll help.
Because I just didn't want to, like, he just thinks the world of him. So I didn't want to, like, try to bash him in no kind of way. And I'm
For
just
sure.
trying to be, I don't know, keep things good, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, and I think that's honorable of you. You don't want to talk, even though the marriage didn't work, that's still his daddy. And yeah, you don't want to badmouth his dad, but you can honor his father and be honest about his father.
Okay.
Sometimes sometimes your dad makes plans, and sometimes he forgets he has other stuff he has to do. And if that happens, that's going to be disappointing for you, but we'll go do something else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's the way I would handle that.
Okay, so the second question is dealing with my husband, my
Mm-hmm.
current husband.
Mm-hmm.
holding tension in that space. He's not regulated. Like he's not of this, like his countenance is not the same as mine. He want to snap.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How can I hold tensions in that space?
Um, what have your conversations been with him around your ex? What's his main
Regarding
What's his main issue?
how he treats my son.
Okay, got it. Got it. And I would say the same thing to him. That is not something that he can control. Even if he two-pieced him in the front yard, it wouldn't change him. It'd probably make him feel good temporarily, right? But it ain't going to change nothing. He's just going to be a man that doesn't keep his word with two black eyes.
Right.
Right? We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. So take it from me. I think about bodily injury every day of some person, and it ain't gonna change nothing. So I just ultimately move on, because bopping them in the shins with an aluminum bat ain't gonna do nothing. I think the beauty, the advantage your current husband has is that he gets to be the father figure that your son really needs, and God chose that man.
Yes.
Not to replace your son's father, but to be a better image bearer of God the Father in your son's life.
Yes. I believe that.
And that's a beautiful position to be in. That's a trustworthy position to be in. And so if I was your husband, I wouldn't even spend my time thinking about bro like that. Obviously it's frustrating, whatever, but man, it's like, nah, you just gave me the opportunity to express the Father's love in a way that he won't.
Okay.
So I hope that helps.
It did. That's all I have.
No worries. I appreciate you calling. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. Have a great day, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Man, that's good. That's good, Tim.
We can only control ourselves, people.
Yep.
I know we be wanting to, how come he won't change? How come she won't do this? How come he won't do that? How come she won't do this? You can only control yourself.
Yep.
Right.
These other people is just out here, man.
Yep.
I was that kid. My father like left me and never showed up for me. And it impacted my entire life. Like the way that I viewed parenthood, the way that I viewed just men not wanting to be a son, like how you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff. So my heart goes out to that lady. Yeah. We love you.
I really do think that if we could grasp that, and especially when there's an ex involved or a child involved, right?
Yeah.
Another person, period. But in these particular relational dynamics, the moment you can conclude, I can't do nothing with you.
It's so freeing.
Right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I can't change
Yep.
you. Ain't no sense to me arguing with you no more. You gonna do what you want to do. But that's what self-differentiation is all about.
Yeah.
I don't have to jump in your hula
Yeah.
hoop. I don't have to spin out of control with you. I'm in my own
Yep.
little circle, and I'm gonna make sure I'm okay. I'm gonna make sure I'm at peace. You're not gonna be over here stressing me out. If that's what you gonna do, I get to move around.
Yep.
Right.
And this is why boundaries are always better than ultimatums.
Yep.
Ultimatums are decisions you make that are contingent on their behavior. Boundaries are like, hey, this is the way I've chosen to live. And I invite you into this space.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do that, then you won't be in my space.
So good.
It's really good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people making ultimatatives, not realizing that they're being manipulative.
Absolutely
You know what I'm
correct.
saying?
Absolutely correct.
Thank you for blessing us with that, bro.
Bro, it'll be freeing.
Oh yeah.
It's freeing when you
stand
can
by
look
that.
another person in the eyes and just being like, "Oh, is that what you? Okay, is that who you are? Wow, look at you over there on the other side of my fence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow,
That part.
wow. You'll never come in my house, but wow, look at you, all cute on the other side of that fence by yourself with no friends.
Yep.
Look at you, you're adorable over there by yourself
That's really good.
in the
So
street,
So,
not on my property line.
yeah.
Allá. No aquí, no allí.
Allá.
Allá.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
We got Sabrina joining Wide Open. Sabrina, you're live with Tim Ross.
Hi.
Hi, Sabrina. How are you?
I don't know if you can see me at all.
I can see you.
Okay.
It's
Oh my
good
god, I
to-
just got so much.
It's good to see your face.
Oh gosh, sorry. I just love you guys so much.
We
and
love
you.
you.
Guys really changed my thoughts on vulnerability and stuff like that. So
Yay.
it really shifted my mind.
I'm so happy for
Okay,
you.
I won't babble.
No worries. Take your time.
Just
Take
a
your
little
time.
context. Sorry, I'm like nervous.
It's okay.
Just a little context to the question, really quickly. I am the oldest of my family, like my siblings. I
Yes,
have two other siblings.
Okay.
And I'm also the oldest cousin, the first granddaughter. I'm the first in my family.
Got it.
So I'm also the first one to start this healing process when it comes to just old patterns that I've learned in my family, things that I see as problematic now. And the main thing I'm having trouble with now is learning to create those boundaries, like appropriate boundaries with my parents, because I come from a volatile household.
Understood.
We're all Puerto Rican, so we're all loud and passionate.
Okay.
And with that also comes a lot of just toxic mindsets. But learning, how would you go about creating boundaries as an adult who's married? I have kids, like a job, like I have my own whole life here trying to form my family, pointed in the right direction. How would you form those boundaries with your parents as an adult while also honoring them as God tells us to? And yeah.
Absolutely. So we're holding the tension of wanting to honor our parents and have a connection with them while honoring the new nuclear family that we've created with a departure of some of the behaviors, toxicity, and patterns that were in your family of origin. Is that a good summation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So family of origin, you're the oldest daughter, you're the first granddaughter, you're the oldest cousin. And so you caught everything. You saw everything first, right? You recognized everything first, right? And as you became an adult, you got clear on what was healthy and what was not. And now you have your own family and you're like, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And we ain't doing that. And I don't want my kids around that. And I don't want them around that. And I don't want them around that. And I'm around that.
Yeah.
So, so this is a very, pivotal time for adult children, right? Where they make their boundaries and their lines of demarcation to say, hey, Yuhu familia, right? Escuchen todos las familia, right? Like for everybody involved, hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah, right.
This is the way my nuclear family works. And when I come to visit, or when we come to visit, we do not leave or depart from what we have agreed to in our nuclear family when we're around you for 2 or 3 hours. So my kids don't talk about this and they do not watch that. And if you start doing this, then we will leave. If you, and I don't know what all that stuff is, but whatever the boundaries that you make, they have to be declared. And when you declare it, and I can already see your body language, right? You're thinking through like you're like, oh snap, I gotta declare it, right? You're like, oh, that's gonna be that I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Right? They're gonna go crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And-
I'm the child that is the rule follower. I'm the okay, yes sir, yes ma'am.
Right.
I don't like it, but whatever. Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah.
I don't like confrontation. I won't fight you.
Yeah.
So coming into my own voice this last few years just has been a challenge, and I'm finding it's the hardest with the people closest to me.
Absolutely. So let's talk through some of those dynamics. Like let's name them. Okay. So so you are a daughter and you are a granddaughter and you are the oldest cousin and you are a wife and you are a mother. Right? The moment the now before you even got married, you became an adult woman. Right? And so you're an adult woman now who is on her own, and you don't have to agree with everything your family has done, nor do you have to subscribe any longer, even as a rule follower, to everything, because you're on your own now, right? But then you get married,
Right.
and then you have children. So the order reverses, right? You were born daughter, then your granddaughter, then and your cousin, and and then your woman, and then your wife, and then mother, and so you are a woman, wife, mother, daughter, granddaughter, cousin. That's the order now.
Okay.
And we have to help our parents understand that. It is crazy sauce. I might have to go through the same thing. You might have to go through the same thing when you get older. So this is a reminder to both of us as well. At some point, our children will be adults. And we cannot talk to these little jokers like they're 12 anymore.
Yeah.
I am not going to talk to my 25-year-old son like he's 17. He's an adult. I am no longer the coach. I'm no longer the disciplinarian when he's 25. I'm the advisor. I'm his counselor. If he seeks my advice, he will receive it. I will not give him unsolicited advice. If he wants to go ram his head against a wall, I hope he has insurance because he's off of mine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's an adult.
Yeah.
And that's what we're supposed to raise. So if either one of your parents, and in a Puerto Rican family, mommy and daddy are still together, Papa and Mama, they both barking.
Oh.
I know both of them barking, right?
Oh,
Because daddy still wants to be respected and mama still wants to be reina. She still wants to be,
yeah.
I'm queen. I'm your mother. I know the best of everything. And you're like, I'm also a mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also a mother, right? Like, ma'am,
Mhm.
we're both mothers. Let's
Right.
respect the fact that
Mhm.
we got something in common now.
Right.
We're
Yes.
both we are both wives. We are both mothers. Yes, you came first, but I might want to do
Mhm.
something different. I might actually disagree with
Yeah.
you. This is not the way
Yeah.
we do things over here. But we love you and we honor you, but we ask you to respect the decision that we've made over here. Blah 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 blah. That has to be declared.
I guess it's that part, that
It,
declaring part.
yeah, it is. It is.
Because
Now,
I know when I have spoken up in the past, um,
how does it?
it's always gone left
Yeah.
and spun on me, and then I'm the problem, and all these things. And I just end up pulling away and creating that kind, using distance as a boundary.
Yep.
But knowing that that's not going to last forever, because I love my parents
For
and they've
sure.
done so much for me,
Of course.
and it's just God showing me a different way than how I was raised.
Absolutely.
And town, when you get the unsolicited advice from the parents, and you're like, not a no, that's
Right.
not a thing anymore. We don't need to have a thick skin all the time.
Right.
My kids can cry. I can cry. I
That's
can be
right.
upset. I
That's
don't
right.
have to, what happens in the house doesn't have to stay in this house.
Right. Exactly. There you go.
So I guess just pushing past the fear of them abandoning me by because I put up boundaries.
That's a legitimate fear. I just want to validate that's a legitimate fear. When we put up our boundaries, when we finally use our no's, our NOs, that is we vulnerability is the riskiest proposition that any human being can undertake, which is why so many people choose not to be vulnerable. It's that risky, right? It's that risky.
Mhm.
So, who is your most difficult challenge, mommy or daddy or both?
Hmm. Uh, so I guess my mom is the easiest to talk to, but the hardest to put up boundaries with.
Ah, okay,
Yeah, and my father, I can very easily put up boundaries with him,
great.
but it's met with a lot of resistance.
Passive
Um,
aggressiveness. Does it come in the form
yeah,
of passive
it's
aggressive? Like, okay,
yes, it's passive aggressive. It's I become somebody as if like, okay, then I don't know you.
got it, got it.
And I think that's probably where the fear of abandonment comes from.
Of
But
course, absolutely, and it's valid. All right, so let's. Are you opposed to doing some work around mommy?
okay,
Great. Let's do a role play.
okay,
Okay, I'm gonna be you, and you're gonna be mommy.
okay.
What boundary do we want to put up?
Um, no longer wanting to hear about marital problems that they're having.
Ah, great. Ooh, I love you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're snapping all types of generational curses and patterns. I'm proud of you. Okay, so mommy tries to dump marital issues onto you, and you were like, "That is your husband. You need to deal with that." Okay. Um. So let's do this in a phone call. I am you. You are mommy, and like I want you to be mommy. I want you to go full in on the resistance. Okay. It's you locking in. That's what I love. It's you completely locking in. Okay. All right. So say ring ring and then we'll start.
Okay. Ring ring.
Hey
ring,
mom.
ring. Hey Nana, what are you up to?
Oh, nothing. I'm just chilling. What's going on?
Do you have a minute? So I need to talk to you.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, mommy?
Your father's at it again. I can't handle it. Like he just never changes. It's the same thing over and over again. I'm tired. The Lord won't let me leave. Uh, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Your father always acts like this.
Well, it sounds like that's bringing you a lot of stress.
Yeah, because I've been going through this for 30 years. I'm done. It's been the same thing. He's been doing this to me since y'all were babies.
Mm. Mommy, you're not done.
What?
You're not done.
What do you mean?
You tolerate his behavior, mommy.
I don't tolerate anything. I have my boundaries. I have no problem leaving. I'll call the police if I need to. Like,
No,
what do you
mommy.
mean I have?
Yeah, no, mommy. You're as much a part of the problem as he is. He hasn't changed, but neither have you.
This is where I don't know how she would respond. She might freak out on me.
but okay, so, but freak out. Just whatever you think she would say.
How could you say that after everything you know I've been through? You watched me go through everything your father's ever done, and you saying you haven't seen me change, and yeah, I'm no different from when you were a kid to now. Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, mommy. Well, you got to understand. I was in the house with you, so you weren't the only one experiencing it. It had an effect on me as a daughter as well. I know it affected you as his wife, but it also affected me as a daughter and left me with trauma as well to be in that environment. And so yeah, I stand by what I said. I know it. I know it hurts your feelings. I know you're probably mad at me, but you've tolerated this behavior and you haven't done anything to get yourself out of it. I know that hurts. I know you're going to be mad, but that's the truth.
At this point, she said, "You don't understand because you don't have the kind of marriage I have. Your husband's not the same as mine." And then she'd probably hang up.
Great. Good. Great. So mommy just hung up on you. Sweet. Great. Guess what happens in that scenario? She will never talk to you about this again.
Oh.
Do you see how I decided to handle it?
Yeah.
Instead of me saying, hey, mommy, I'm putting up a boundary. I don't want you calling me about this anymore. I actually just put mommy on blast respectfully.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, I've been going through the same thing. Well, mommy, you're actually part of the problem. Why have you stayed? If it's so bad, why are you still there? Like, obviously, I wouldn't say it that flippantly. I was respectful, but I was firm. I spoke the truth in love. I didn't flame her, but I was truthful and I was boundaried in my position. And I didn't let her, even when she was like, well, you just don't understand. And if she hangs up, she'll never talk to you about it again. She'll talk about you. She gonna call the rest. She gonna call your other siblings, and she gonna be like, I can't believe your sister said this to me on the phone, and she said I want that. But she will not come back to you with that energy.
Yeah.
So that's one way to handle it. I just want you to know there's more than one way to skin a cat. Right? If you talk to her about this already and tried to boundary, like, I don't want to hear about your relationship, and she still calls you, Now,
Mhm.
if you call me back about this, now, if I told you I don't want to talk to you about the relationship you have with dad, and you still call me, the next time you call me, I'm gonna have to talk to you about you.
Mhm.
Your father's up to it again. Then why are you still there?
Mhm.
The Lord hasn't let me leave. I don't think it's the Lord's decision. It's yours.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Do it scared, I guess.
Yes, girl. That's exactly right.
I told you I'd be watching you guys.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. The proof is in the phrase, for
Okay, well, I
sure.
won't keep you guys any longer.
No,
Yeah.
you're worth our
I won't keep you
time.
guys any longer. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You're worth our time. We
Thank
love
you
you. We're very proud of
for-
you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's not easy
No,
breaking
not.
away from old patterns.
It's really not.
So
We're proud of you.
Absolutely.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I love you guys.
We love you
Love
too.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great day.
She's so cute. She's so cute. And oh my gosh, there's
Hey,
all the Hispanics.
round of applause.
Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Especially coming from Latin American culture, putting up those symptoms, those systems, being a first generational daughter, to be like, we're not doing that no more. You stay through. It is those eyes. It's these eyes.
Es otra cosa.
I can relate.
You can relate.
I can relate.
Yeah, you can relate. Like, we don't have to do that no more.
Currently in that too.
Yeah, we feel you,
Right?
Sissy.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear that whack no more.
the chat unlocked Chat GP Tim.
Is that what they say?
Yes, dog.
Yo, y'all are way too witty for me, yo. That is hilarious. Oh, that is so funny.
Do it scared.
Do
Yeah.
it scared, yo. Do
Yeah.
it scared, yo.
Yeah. And man, something that distance will help.
Child, please.
That's what did it for me.
I came
Woo.
from a dope family,
Mhm.
but I moved 1,200 miles away,
Yeah.
and so
Mhm.
it was easy. If I was still listen, y'all, this is just like I'm from Cali, right? So there's just certain things that are gonna stay. If I had never left Cali, I couldn't do this show. I couldn't even do this show. If I never left Cali, I've been away from Cali for 20. I moved here 28 years ago.
Crazy.
1997. I moved here 28 years ago, and this is just like what's left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Show.
If I never left, oh man, please. Y'all haven't seen my cousins now. Y'all ain't seen my people. Yeah, y'all would be like, oh, thank God. Like, thank God that he got to this dude. Cause y'all see my cousins now, y'all will be like, oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you opposed to a prophetic word from an emissary?
Huh?
No.
I feel right now that we got to move to Cali.
Mm.
Your thoughts?
Who's
After the
we?
sip of the living water? All of us?
I don't feel that.
Yeah, I don't believe that the Lord spoke to you at all.
Different spirit?
Probably.
Wait, what word did you use though? From
Prophetic?
From an emissary?
Emissary.
Emissary.
Yeah,
Okay.
from an emissary.
What
yeah.
is that?
Emissary is like a representative from another nation. He was trying to speak like he was
Okay.
like he was
Tracking.
a prophet from the kingdom of God
Got
sent
it.
to bear a word.
Got it.
And then the word fell flat. Immediately
We
not.
still love you.
It's giving liar.
It's,
First line of the day.
First lie of the day right here. I got my own lie out.
it's giving liar. It's hilarious.
Even I felt sinful just saying,
Oh my
saying
God.
a lie.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
I think this person has connected. Anita, are you on with us, sister?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Anita. Oh my God, you have beautiful skin.
Thank you.
My God, your face is so cute.
Okay, I'm so nervous.
Oh my God, you're so pretty.
We love you.
Thank you. I love you guys too.
We love you,
So
sister.
hi, my name is I'm originally from Cameroon. I came here in the US 8 years ago.
Take your time. Take your time.
Yes, okay. Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Okay. So I have I'm really in a place I wanted to ask for advice, anything that you can tell me that would help just in my decision making at this phase of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing, I'll just read the questions and then I'll get back to the context. And if you want more, just let me know. I will
Okay.
give context. Okay. So the first question is how to support my stepdaughter on healing.
Okay.
And then the next one will be how do I educate my kids on dad's absence? And the next one will be advice on transitioning to a new field or career without being able to listen to other people. So I'm also a people pleaser. So
Okay.
and then the next one will be how can I follow through with what the Holy Spirit told me to do? And the last one will be how do I help my friend in her marriage? So
Okay.
context: I have 3 boys.
Okay.
I have a bonus daughter who is my stepdaughter.
Mm-hmm.
I got married when I was 17, and thank you so much for what you guys do because I have been listening, and it's out of our culture to get all this kind of
Absolutely. I
yeah.
know it. I know it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud
Yeah.
of you.
And this is my only first therapy so far in my whole life.
Wow.
Professionally. I'm so thankful that I'm able to even have this opportunity to be here in the first place. So I got married when I was 17 to a 35-year-old man. And going back to what you said earlier, I don't think that we should get involved with people who are younger. Yes. I didn't know any better. I'll say that for those who say, oh, I think she knows what to do or she can make decisions for herself.
Yeah.
I was in a place where I could make that decision, but my family would not. They were good people. They wanted me to succeed. They wanted the best for me.
Right.
But at that time, I felt like there was so much pressure for me to even just make that wish for them. It was more about them than more about. So I grew up without the fact I lost both parents when I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember growing up and praying that God would help me have a man who could be a father figure that would love me, care for me. Never dreamt of getting married at the age of 17. Never thought that would ever happen for me. But that was a prayer that I had all through my life.
Mm-hmm.
I have been physically, emotionally, abused sexually in so many different ways because I was a child who never got a stable home.
Yeah.
So always has to move because if someone says you're not doing well or they can afford to keep you, I just have to keep on moving to the next person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's how my life was. But context, I came to the US when I was 20. So I got married to my husband when I was 17. We never met. Someone just introduced me to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think the person really loved me and said, I know that you'll be a good wife to this person. I know that because she's so amazing. Like she was a neighbor. She lived next to us.
Mm-hmm.
So said, I'm serious. I'm like, I know people say things, but I don't think it was that serious. She went ahead and told me, like, come, let me take you a photo.
Yeah.
She took a photo of me, went and sent it to the person apparently. And then from nowhere, when I was in vacation, I got this call from this person calling me like, oh, you know what? Someone introduced me to you. And that's how we started talking. I'm like, at that time, I wasn't sure what it was. But I just kept praying and believing God, like, okay, if this is a person, then God knows how to either move this forward or not move it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how, it's a whole lot. I don't know where to begin with, but I think the most thing that I'm so really worried about, he is out of the house. He on me for so many years. I got to find out through his daughter, just talking to her when we were reading scriptures, and I was like, just telling her about lies and other things, and she felt so convicted and guilty, and she was like, I have something to say. And she didn't really just say it right away. She was like, if you found out that my dad has a child, how would you feel? Would you leave or would you stay? I'm like, no, I'm gonna leave because I signed up for a monogamy. Because Africans, from where I come from, you can marry as many wives as you can,
Right.
if you want, like
Right.
as many of them. So that was the case for him. I didn't know that that was his intention. I was like, I got married to you. It was polygamy, and it was just me and you.
Yeah.
And even when over here, he travels a lot. Like he would travel, leave me with young, and I did not know anyone. I was here all by myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes even food to eat, we couldn't even eat because, and I was breastfeeding. So it was just so many things going on, and he's very controlling. He was done his way, and and at some point, I think when 20 years, like that's when I had my first baby. So I think after a while, I began like, oh, I think this life, there's something more that I can learn as a teen. I'm like, okay, an adult, getting to an adult. I'm like, I started learning and things just become really open for me. And I'm like, okay. So then I noticed that he became intimidated. He became furious, like, oh, I think now you're changing the narrative that I brought up. Like now you're changing. Now you're no longer doing the things that you're supposed to do. Like you think you know everything. That's what he was saying. Like you think you know everything. And he just kept saying that. I'm like, no, we're trying to learn. I'm from a culture where we don't appreciate it, and we've seen the impact that it has on us. I don't think I want that same for my child.
Right.
So that's why I was here trying to learn different things that I can, not per se just take out the whole thing, but also where I can bring them together, where there is a boundary of how I can use both. So he just kept cheating. That's the whole thing.
Wow.
He kept doing travel for like 3 months and go spend like his time in Dubai with this woman for months. And he would lie to me that, oh, it's a business trip. It's this, it's that. And I remember one night I was sleeping and the Holy Ghost really just told me, like, go on Instagram. And I went on Instagram and I saw his friend had posted a photo of a girl who he had made me talk to that girl, saying that the girl is actually my friend from school, back from high school.
Wow.
He got in touch with her. I don't know how, but they kept talking. I told him, I'm like, if you know that you don't have anything to do with this person, I don't think it's a good way to keep them, like even having conversations with them. I feel like women, we have a way where there is like just kind of emotional attachment in things. If you keep just giving that attention to her, that's what I told him. He's like, no, it's just, I'm trying to help her. And he even brought me in to help that lady.
Wow.
I was like, oh, you needed help. Let's just see how we can help. And it wasn't the case. So he would make sure she travels all the way from Africa. So they meet in Dubai. They would spend the whole like 2 months in Dubai. I will be over here with the kids. I couldn't do anything. I had to go back to school back and forth, because he travels so much that I couldn't do anything. Like I had to stop nursing like a few weeks ago because it was just a lot for me.
Yeah.
Having to deal with it. My youngest is 1. My little one is 3. I have a 1, 3, 8. And even at that time when they were younger, he would still travel. Like I had a baby where he would still go around, and I have 2 little ones with the baby.
Wow.
So it just kept going on. I knew I was just praying and like, what do I do? Never told anyone. He would be the one to tell my family, like, oh, Anita is doing this, and they would pick on me instead. I became so mad that I didn't want to talk to them, because at some point I'm like, I know you guys want to keep my marriage. That was the case. Apparently, they don't want to support me. So it feels like, oh, he wouldn't come to them to complain about me anymore. That's how they told me. And I'm like, that the support, it's on my side. You guys keep just letting him get away with this. He is from a family where he was the one that was providing. So never was told what to do. Started making money at a very young age. Just kept his own life together and keep moving on, and thinks he can do anything he wants and at any time with whoever. So I am the only woman who has ever challenged him. And it's so, it's worse because I'm so young compared to like he can even think about like the thoughts of thinking he will say, Anita, that's how he makes it seem like it's like I'm nowhere close to who he thought will bring him to his knees.
Yeah.
Because yeah, at this time, I had to get a restraining order against him. We're going through a divorce. So I noticed that his daughter came and told me things, and I said, okay, enough is enough. I've known that you're cheating with somebody, but it has kept going on. I don't see any changes. And I don't see you even thinking. I've asked him multiple times, is there a way where I can help you? Are you going through some stuff where we can talk? Maybe that's what is causing you the stress. So I didn't know that the stress was from him having to care for two families. So he had a whole family in Africa. Now he moved them back to Africa. So she was there, she got pregnant, she had babies. So they made a plan where he would come and spend Christmas every time there. So he missed everything with the kids. He would not be here. But he's like, oh, I have a business trip to make. How he ship cars. So he's like, I have a business trip. So every time that's what they would do. And I just, okay. So I became to a place where I went and I told my pastor, and he tried to call him. He never showed up. I went to counseling. He would never show up. Just things that I think we can try to work things out in my own little way that I could. He would never show up. Constantly, we just kept going through the same circle, and the story is really long. But I think God just saw that I didn't have the willpower to move away from him. I was so codependent because I knew that I would not be anything without this man. This is the only person I've ever known my entire life.
Yes, of course.
Like
17, you were 17. Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying you were 17 years old.
Yes, so it's really like I couldn't. Everyone was telling me like, Anita, you have to get out, and I'm like, where would I go? I have 3 kids. I'm only 28 right now, and where do I go from here? Like, what do I do? So he took advantage of that and just kept doing things. And even when I noticed that he had a child, I went to talk to him. He was like, he said the first person that is having a child out of marriage, like that's how he really felt about it. I was like, okay. So I told him, you know what? No problem. I want us to live together in the same house, but just taking care of our kids. He did not stop there. He went ahead, called people and tell them stories about me. He even lied that I slept with his brother to have a child, our second baby, just to make up stories that would cover up whatever he's done. And people were like so mad. They kept telling me, take him to court. And then he would even come to my house. After that, he got into a fight with his daughter because he felt like, why would she come tell me? So he was like, I told her like he doesn't want to have anything to do with her, and abandoned her with me. So she lives with me right now. And he left. He came to the house after they have a restraining order against him because he abused a child. He left, never came back. That's how God saved me from him, because literally he had to leave. And from there on, since I never had any job, I was always a stay-at-home mom. That has been always what I wanted to do. There was no income. It was just, he said now he will not pay the rent. He said he will not take care of the kids. So he completely stopped doing everything. I was literally just begging people for help just to survive at that period. It was so bad that I didn't even know. And he would even come to the house and pick my meals and take them away from me. He would take my meals. I'll be waiting for my card or ID or whatever. I would never find it because he has and he would not bring them back. Every time I talked to him, he was like, no. He would even called the cops on me, telling them that I abandoned my kids at home so they can come get the kids. And it's so lucky that that day I had all my kids with me. And when they came in, they were like, we had a call from somebody that you leave your kids at home. And I told my manager was like, nobody called here. We don't call people because we know you have a stepdaughter. She's 16. So no one would ever do that. Then I knew he was the one that did that, because he just wants to see me suffer. That's what he's always wanting to do. He's been taking me to court back and forth. He's the one that requested a divorce. And when I signed it, he was so mad. Like, if you said you loved me, you would have fought not to sign the divorce. Like, I'm like, you requested a divorce. You went ahead and did something, and now you're blaming it on me. Like, it doesn't even make sense. So he has just been manipulating me in so many ways. To the point where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I have some grace for him in a sense that he has things that he's dealing with, but also all I wanted to do was just get away from him and live my own life. Like, can you just please leave me alone?
Absolutely.
Can you just please stop, leave me so I can take care of the kids if you're not doing it. So we went to court because he had actually put hands on me. So I took him to court because I wanted to cut the conversation. So he constantly will call me, tell me that you're a gold digger. I will call the immigration on you to revoke your citizenship, all those things, like every single day. I'll tell him, please, can you stop? He's like, no, I'm not going to stop. Like, you're in for a ride. Like, just random things that would just make me feel like, oh my God. So I had to go to court and tell them, and I showed the proof. So we got like a restraining order where for 3 years, he cannot. He's not able to even get close to me. And he was so mad. That one was even the worst one. He just kept telling people like, oh, he wants to talk to me, but I need to take the restraining order off first. He will never have a conversation. My friends would call, and I told them, like, I said, no, I don't, you guys should stop calling, because they want me to, oh, this marriage will work. You guys just need to sit together and talk. I'm like, if someone loves you, I don't think they'll go to this extent to hurt you. Like, that is so much hurt. Like, the pain.
Yeah.
The pain. It's so bad. The pain. I will be walking around or driving. He talks to a girl literally on the first time, making my kids call her aunt. Like, call her aunt, while I didn't even know. It's his daughter that was so mad one day. She didn't want to talk to him. And I'm like, what is going on? And she said she wants to tell me something. She found a naked photo of that girl who they call Auntie in his phone. And I was so devastated and asked them, like, I'm so sorry you even had to see that. You know, I'm so sorry. And we took her to Africa. Same, he went and took her, lived in the same house with that girl. Like, took her back to that same house where he had rented a whole place with the girl's family. They are living there. I had no idea this has been going on. And his family knows. Like, this has been going on. I had no idea. I'm over here thinking, I'm telling you, we struggle. Like, I will literally have money, we would see how we can invest and do things. But he takes that money, goes out and do things, and will come back. I'm like, oh, I'm broke. I will see sometimes they don't want to pay the rent. I used to work like a part-time job. I'll see, tell him like, okay, I know maybe business is not working right now. I want to support. I'll do those. But he just kept taking advantage of them. Just took advantage of them. Even my stuff for the kids, he would take them and send to her. Like, we don't have a bigger house, so when we put them in the storage, I'm thinking it's over in the storage, but then he has it. He sends it to her. She is the one doing shopping for my kids. They go to Dubai, they shop. Like, she shops for me. I never knew. Like, I'm like, what? Now that I know, I'm like, what? She was the one, because I'll find her on social media, because they post. She would literally post everything on social media. Like, when the Holy Spirit told me, go check, that's how I found out the traces of everything that they both were doing. He never knew for years. This was 2021. For years that they were doing this. He never knew. I knew, but I just kept quiet. I only kept quiet because I'm like, I don't even know if I'm thinking he would come back and say something to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have waited for pray to God, like, can he come back and just say something like, Anita, I did something. I just want you to know. If it's something, we can go amicably, just go our separate ways. I don't have a problem. But for him to keep lying, like, he looks at me in the face and tell all kinds of lies. And so one of the questions that I asked was, how do I talk to my kids about their dad being absent? My friends tell me like, oh, you tell them. I'm like, I don't know if it's a good time, but I don't also know how to tell them, because they still pray. Every time we pray, they're like, we're praying that daddy comes back home. And I said, okay, I don't know what to say.
Yep.
And then with his daughter, she has just been like, I know I don't have a dad anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And she like, sometimes when she goes into the room, she told me she has like a PTSD of what had happened in the house.
Course. Yep.
Like, she can literally see, like, everything reminds her about the things that had happened, and she feels at some level that she's the cause of some of the things that happened. So she'll be crying all the time. Yeah. So those are the things. If you want anything from me else, I'll let you know.
Okay. I want to say a couple of things to you. First, I love you so much. And second, I am so incredibly proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so incredibly proud of your strength, of your conviction. I'm proud of you for being a fighter. I am proud of you for being a challenger. I am proud of you for standing up for yourself. I am proud of you for not allowing a man to treat you with disrespect and you just take it. I am proud of you for using your voice.
Much thank you.
How old are your children now?
So the first one is 8, the second one is 3, and the last one is 1.
Okay.
And stepdaughter is 16.
Okay. Obviously, you said 8, 3, and 1.
Yes.
Okay. So obviously, the 8-year-old is the only one that really understands right now, the most of what's going on. One of the ways I would submit to you to share with the 8-year-old is just to let him know, he or she know, that his daddy's not well at all. Right? Like, his daddy is not well at all. And we don't know if he's ever coming back. That's going to be sad. He might cry. He might not understand. I'd rather tell him the truth. And then let's calibrate his prayers. Instead of him praying for daddy to come back home, let's just pray daddy gets better. Daddy's very, very sick. He's not doing well. And let's pray that he gets better. I will join you in prayer that he gets better. Right? Because we're not praying for a monster to come home. That's what we're not doing. Is he African as well?
Yeah, he is. He's African, and I don't know if it also affect, like, because he didn't have a chance for us to meet before we got married. Like, the way the whole thing was we started talking months later. His family is the one that represented him. He never came home.
Okay.
So I got married without him. Yeah.
So I think the thing about one of the reasons why I'm so incredibly proud of you is I know in African culture, women usually don't have a voice. And so instead of talking to the person that's causing them pain, they usually take out their pain on other people.
Yes.
Or they become violent.
Yes.
And so I'm just so grateful you're using your words. I'm like, you have no idea. I have been doing what I am doing for a very long time. So I know the cultural dynamics of a lot of the ethnicities. And you that you could go through what you're going through as an African woman and still be this soft and this sweet is a testament to your relationship with God and your decision to ensure that you have safe spaces like this to be able to share your heart and not hold it in. Because you could easily be a very angry woman.
I was.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm very proud of you. Okay. So that with the 3 boys, with the 3 babies, I don't know if they're boys or girls, but with your 3 children.
Yeah, all boys.
All boys. Okay. Yeah. I think I did hear you say that. Okay. So with the boys, tell them that daddy's sick and we're praying for him to get better. and you just got to manage what you have to manage around that. You already know he's not. I mean, I don't want you back with that guy. Like he would have to become a completely different guy, right? Right. And if he doesn't, I believe that God is a miracle working God, but he only works with our free will for that type of miracle to happen. And if he were to turn into a different type of guy, then I would pray for the restoration of your marriage and let it be a huge testimony, blah, blah, blah. But short of that, I never want to hear this dude being around y'all again. Right? Like he's terrible. He's toxic. He's nasty. And so that's it. Okay. On to question 2. What was question 2?
So question 2 was for my stepdaughter.
Yep.
How do I help her? So she's with me, and I've been the only person that she can talk to. But also, I want to have the tools.
Yeah.
To help her. Sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the best tools you can have for your daughter is containment. Just become a safe place for her to be able to talk about at this stage of her life how much she hates her father. Right.
Okay.
And obviously guide her appropriately through how we don't want that anger or that hatred to turn into bitterness, because she'll be the only one that is impacted by that. And so she doesn't have to have a relationship with her father, but she has to move on from her father's actions and forgive her father so that she can be okay. Forgiveness is about what it does for us. They can never change, but it releases us not to be held hostage by what this other person did to us. Mm-hmm. So containment for her would be very, very pivotal. And if you're just present for her and with her, I mean, the biggest blessing that came out of this union, obviously beside your 3 boys, is that this young girl has a mother figure who can help her through these years. So I'm happy that you all have a relationship.
I am. I think I was always the one trying to restore the relationship between her and her dad, even while we were together, and it wasn't working because she never grew up with him. So this was like a time where she was like I think 14, and we had to bring her over here. It was just constant battle, fighting here and there, just to see that they both can come to a point where like have that relationship. But it wasn't. And the mom, her mom was never there too.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, her with grandma, and went to another place. So she had lived with grandma. So there were times where I would take decisions regarding her, but for me, it was more like to help her nurture the girl in her, because I'd seen what would become of her if I don't step in. Because I used to be mad at her for the decisions she'll make, but then I realized like she's a teenager. So apparently there are things that she would do or say that would make me sometimes angry, but it's not where I would stop giving her the counsel that I needed to, because I had seen myself in her so much. Yeah. Like when I look at her, I'm looking at my life, how I grew up, and the things that I wanted to know and learn that I didn't have the opportunity to. And I'm like, I told her all the time, I said, you can literally be anything. Don't let all those things, because there's one time where I even investigated to a point where I knew she was trying to have sex with a guy, and I told that. And I think the Holy Spirit just told me, like, go to the phone, and I make sure I tell that. I'm like, you guys go stop this from happening. But they didn't. They went there when it had already happened. And I felt so bad, because I thought if I had this girl with me, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
No, I'm grateful you're there. Very grateful you're there. Okay, question 3.
So question 3 was advice on transitioning into a new career. So when we come over here as Africans, there's this thing about nursing, which I don't have. I'm not opposed to it. I just feel like there are other things that I can do, and I can utilize my skills. I'm a science girl, but also I explore different things. we have been cultured to just do one thing and go get the money because there's job security in that field,
That's
which
right.
I really love.
Yeah.
But I don't always the case. I'm like, is there something that I'm interested in so many things, and that's what I try to do.
Mm-hmm.
But being with him, he was never pushing me to do that. And so this time when we were not together, I had taken a break because of the kids and everything going on. But when I stepped back, I knew that God really just wanted me to transition into something, but I don't know what it is
Mm-hmm.
at this. And I don't also want to do something that will take me away from my kids.
Of course.
I go to school sometimes 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Like it's a whole day. I'm thinking I'm missing out on something about them. That's how I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
On this, we go to church. I feel like that's my own community. We go to church on Sundays. I'm missing those Sundays because I still have to go to school. So
Right.
I'm seeing all those little things. I know I can still go back to school at any time.
Mm-hmm.
I have an associate degree, but I just wanted to do nursing because according to him, that would bring income to the house. That would support him. Which I love that would do that. But there were other things that I can do to also support that I can bring in income. So there wasn't a chance. So now that I'm transitioning to let me take a break, I still have friends who tell me oh, you need to go back to school and finish that,
Mm-hmm.
This is your certificate. This belongs to you. This is the only thing that you can have.
Mm.
And then I don't know how to say no.
Mm.
Can you guys let me figure this out? I have always been someone telling me things to do my whole life. Is there a part in my life where I can make decisions for myself?
This is the time. This is the time. Listen, you went straight from your family into a marriage at 17. You have had 3 children with a man who constantly lied in your face and played in your face and only did things to you, for you, that benefited him. And now you're at this season where you get a choice. Child, you better do something you want to do. I don't care what you could go sell cars for all I care. You just need to go do something you like doing. You've never had this. You've always had to think about somebody else. You've always had somebody else telling you what to do. And now you don't have it. And that's why it's bringing up so much emotion. You're free. You're free to explore. You're an explorer.
It's so funny because it's I don't know what to do. You get a bird and you let them have all this space to fly. They don't even know where to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a point where I don't even know, am I even me having the space, just having a moment for myself, there's that guilt that just comes up oh, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. You should be this, that. It has never been about me. It's about the people, just everyone except myself.
Mm-hmm.
Never had where I can do anything for me.
Yep. No, you are free to roam about the country. You are free to figure it out. You are free to try a couple of things. You should just try whatever you think you would like. You could start it and be like, oh, I don't even like that no more. And then you could just stop doing that and start doing something else. You should just try something. I would literally explore. You ain't got to be no nurse if you don't want to be no nurse. There's other ways to make money. You're a scientist. There's other ways to make money. Go find something you're interested in. You deserve that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you deserve that. Okay, question.
Yeah. So
question 4.
Back to this. For me to tell the people, I have friends who are very close to me, they want my interests, but they just every day. Sometimes I don't really pick up the call because it's more so you need to get a job. You need to pay the bill. I get it. I have to, but I'm thinking I have to take my time to see what I really love to do before I go. So how do I respond to those people? Like, what do I tell them to? And these are older women. God has blessed me and surrounded me with women. Some of them are Christians, some are not.
Mm-hmm.
They just go by how they feel or what they are seeing. Like it's really, but I know that God has called me to more.
Yeah,
That's how I
absolutely.
know.
Yeah, for
Called me
sure.
to more.
Yeah.
And when I tell them, they cannot comprehend what it is. And I know that regardless of what you see, there is something that is working behind the scenes that you don't see, that you don't know.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And so this is what gets into the people pleasing. Is that what number 4 was about the people pleasing? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So with the people pleasing, you have to, like, what's interesting is it's okay. Here's what's very interesting to me. You have more boundaries with your husband than you have for other people in your life. It's crazy that you could challenge him and say no to him and tell him what you was not going to do and all that. And then with other people, you're pleasing them. Why is that?
When I was, that's what I was always left to do.
Mm-hmm.
Always do things to there is never a no. Anita, you can never say no. Or else get beaten or else you leave or else there are other things that would happen to you if you don't say yes. Like, so I was always ready. I would always be ready to do anything and everything that I was asked to do because I just wanted to see that people are happy. Maybe if I do it, then things will get better. Or maybe if I, like those are the ways where it just helped me keep going. I'm like, okay, I know I'm not going to be here forever, but that subconsciously that has stuck in my brain where
Of
it
course.
keeps going.
Yeah, absolutely. So what did that cost you to say?
Oh my goodness. I'll say everything.
Yeah.
I mean, even from the mind, because I remember when I was trying to say no, it was like, you're so blessed. Like, you need to see how many women out here, even your age, are getting married to, we call it bush fella because they are in America. Like, I never had a dream to come to America. It was never a thing for me.
Yeah.
I just knew that I wanted to get somebody that I loved and would grow together. And especially when it comes to the being a Christian, I really hold that value so much that I knew that was who I wanted to get. But I thought everyone around me who claimed Christian was a Christian because he came around acting like a Christian. So that's what got me like, oh, this guy is a Christian,
Yeah.
And when I say this to Christians, when you pray, be specific to God. Because when I was praying about a father, I never prayed about, oh, I need a man of God or I need a Christian. And that's exactly what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he came, exactly what I got.
Yeah.
So it has cost me even my career. I am unstable because one thing I'm being told, the next thing I jump to the side, like, oh, come this way. Like, okay, is it better over there? Let's go. It's not about what do you want to do?
Yeah. Well, I think with question 3 and question 4, is my answer is going to sound very, very similar. In the same way where I feel like you get to do whatever you want to do right now, you get to say no to whoever you want to right now. You are a single mother with 3 kids. You do what's best for you. And yes, we love our elders and we respect our elders, and we will take their advice into consideration. They no longer tell us what to do. They advise us, and then we make our own decision. These women don't get to tell you what to do with your life. They get to advise you, and if it fits, then you do that. If it doesn't fit, you throw it out. You do not say at the end of whatever they say, okay, absolutely, I'll do it. You go, thank you so much for telling me that. I will consider that. Don't even tell them you'll pray about it. We ain't even got to be that spiritual. Let's take all that language out. I'll pray about it. Thank you so much. I'll pray. Nope. I will consider that. Oh, you want me to do that? I'll consider that. I make you no promises, but I'll consider that. And then when you say, I want to do this, I don't care if you were like, you know what? I'm going to run a gas station. I'm the manager of a gas station. Oh my God, you can't work at a gas station. Yes, I can. I can do whatever the hell I want to do.
My goodness.
Right?
I wish you could be in my head when they ask or they say things and you just say that like they are like every time it's like, oh, the way you know you have kids and you have all this going on. I don't think you should be in this place right now. I think you should do this right because that on your blah blah blah. That's how they come in really strongly, like so strong.
Yeah, they do. They're very strong. They're very opinionated, and they everything they say is the truth. And then sometimes when it's appropriate, it might be good to ask, have you ever done that? Because a lot of these people be giving advice that they've never actually done. When is it? Share a time where you had to do that. Share a time when you actually made that decision. Why don't be telling me stuff you've never done? It's crazy sauce. All right. The last question 5, I believe, was about your friend.
Yes, I have a friend who, this is also a long story, but I'll cut it short. The husband actually reached out to me because one of my friends told him that I had some things going on in my marriage. And so he came in like a friend, but I think after a while, he started showing interest in different things. And I told him, I'm not ready right now. I need a lot to do on myself. And I wouldn't even, he said, oh, it's no problem. We can be friends. I'm like, okay. But then didn't know that he had a wife and a child. And it sounds so similar to what I went through.
Of course.
And I think just fast forward to the whole thing. I reached out to one of the person that introduced him to me and told the person the whole story about how he's trying to get to me. And they were so upset. And so now he knew that his whole out. So he became really angry and frustrated. So I reached out to his wife and I told him, I'm so sorry. I don't even have to apologize to you, but I felt like there was a kind of guilty part in me for condoning his attention or different things that I'd opened up for him to even have that time to even talk to him. So she was like, okay, she's a Christian, but now he is still not in repentance. Like this guy, when I reached out to him, I'm like, you should go and apologize to your wife. Like God, you are this, that. You try to be mini God. Like I just blasted on him, and I was thinking that would make him think. But then he's like, oh, you know what? My wife apologized to me. All my friends apologized to me, and blah blah blah. And then the wife is like, God had told me to stay in this marriage. When I reached out to her now, she's a good, solid Christian. So she's like, I prayed about this marriage. God gave it to me and I'm going to stay here. So every day, for the first time we talked for 3 hours, I don't even know this woman. I don't even know her, but it felt like she needed someone to talk to. And I knew in that sense also back to me, I had known that God had called me. I mean, not called, but I had a voice where I say like a counselor. And counselor was a similar things. And I asked him, I'm like, why am I going to counsel people? My marriage is going on well. I have kids. Like, what am I? Then he is like, okay, let me show you. He would have that experience to tell people this is how it all happened for me. And now me talking to her, she's saying the same things like, oh, I'll just pray, let's trust God. Even mine, she's telling me like, I still have hopes. Let's pray for yours. I said, no, let's just move on.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I see that this is somebody who, God, but I don't think it would end in. And I told her, I said, be ready for both. Either you guys reconcile or this guy just back out, and you should be okay with that, because he had written me a long, like 3 pages of notes saying why he's divorcing the girl, just about her. She's not romantic. She's not this. She's not that. She like just random things about her. So I was telling her, it's just I don't know how to talk to her, because every time she says it's God, and I'm like, okay, if you want to pray about it, I'll help you. But I know the behaviors I've seen. I don't want to jump into conclusion for the same. So how do I don't even know how to ask this question. because she
I
confides in me so much. Like every single day, she wants to talk to me. But then I'm telling her my own experience, thinking that she might be picking up some things, but I don't think she is.
mm-hmm.
So what do I say to?
Okay, so the next conversation you have with her, let her know that you were able to get some counsel,
Okay.
that you've already shared with her what your major concerns are about the relationship she's in, and that this is the last conversation you're going to have about it.
Okay.
That's it. Because here's what I want to validate for you. What you are seeing is not wrong. You're not jumping to conclusions. This man that she is with is in the same behavioral pattern of your ex-husband. It's the same thing. Your eyes are not deceiving you. You're not jumping to conclusions. You see the board clearly. This is the same behavioral pattern. This is the same trifling, dumb moves that all these men make when they try to make a move on another girl. I'm not happy at home. My wife doesn't please me. We gonna get a divorce anyway. You know, if I could, I'd marry you now. And I just got to make some moves, and probably in 6 months. Do you know why they all say the same thing? Because they're all being influenced by the same demonic spirit. They all have the same words because they're all listening to the same demon. So you've already told this young lady what you've seen. She has thrown the God card out and said, God told me to stay in this marriage, and I'm believing God for this marriage, and God gave me this marriage. Let her and God have that marriage. She gonna call you in 6 months and tell you that he left, and you're gonna have to resist the urge to say, I told you so. And you can be there for her then. But you already know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. We know what's gonna happen. So the next time you talk to her, just tell her that's the last time that you can have the conversation to protect your own heart.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I just came out of something very, very similar, and I'm not assuming that you're going to go through the same thing, but it feels the same way. And I've already given you my concerns. So for my own well-being and the protection of my heart, this is the last conversation we can have about your relationship. I hope everything goes well.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Does that feel like relief to you?
It does.
Good.
It does feel like a relief. Also, stop because she wants us to pray about it like every day. Like we have a time where it has been said, and I was just there to support because I'm like, God, maybe this would shift something. But now that you said it, I don't know if it's a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're praying for something. I mean, I trust God that he can do anything, but I also told her, like, you know, it requires his will. Like he has to make that choice, regardless of what. But she told me God has a heart of kings. I said, yeah, I get it. You know, that's what he said. But yeah.
we gotta. I'll just say this before we wrap up. We gotta stop twisting scripture to make it fit all of our dysfunction. We just gotta stop that, right? We gotta stop throwing Bible verses on people's demonic activity and their broken, traumatic patterns of behavior. It does no good when the scriptures are taken out of context, right? The heart of the kings is in God's hand. That man ain't no damn king. He might be an employee of Ford, or he might work at Cisco Systems. His nigga ain't no king. We got to stop. We just got to stop. Yes, the Bible says that. But this dude is not a king. Oh, my
Oh.
gosh.
And thank you, Uncle Tim. Thank you. I mean, I couldn't even think about the thoughts of being here talking to you. I have watched you for so long. And Julie, Hector, Derek, I love you guys. My kids, they're like 1 year old. Every time it's why, that's the song, why. Open every single day when we go into school because I play it in the car. They are singing like just dancing that song. So
Oh, that's
that's,
so funny. Well,
that's the only thing he.
I love it.
So
I love it. Well, thank you so much for trusting our voices. And we love you so much. And we're so proud of you. So proud that I got to talk to you today. Thank you.
alrighty, bye.
Okay,
Love
bye-bye.
you.
Have a great day.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Hey, listen. An African woman from Cameroon who has never done any therapy at all. And in that culture, that's against all rules. If you want to know why I took the time to stay on that call with her, whew, that was worth it. All right, who's your next caller?
We got Lisa here. You are on with Tim Ross, my friend.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you clearly. How you doing?
Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, perfect. I was like, oh my God, this is not going to end well. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Yes, how is everyone today?
We're doing fantastic. How about you?
I am nervous. I'm trying not to pee because I had some coffee.
I love you already.
So I am so trying not to have. I'm so trying not to have one of those moments right now. I'm just like, okay, just focus on what we got to talk about and just get it done.
For sure.
So just want to keep this, short. I know we don't have a lot of time. I did feel led to write this down, and I did share it with another dweller who just DM'd me. So what's up, girl? So what I wrote down was, I've hit a ceiling in this environment. I couldn't find the words for what I had been feeling as of recent, but that's exactly what it is. I've hit a ceiling.
Okay.
I've done all I could do while living here. I worked jobs, took random gigs, had the difficult conversations, left indefinitely for it not to be, quote unquote, the move, and come back. Sought counseling, spoke to 6 to 7 therapists within the span of 12 years, maybe. Took chances. I'm extremely grateful and proud about a few. Dove into projects, although none of them took off. Listened to podcasts, took online classes, entertained conversations with friends and family about living together if the conversation was leaning towards that direction in regards to relocating. I came back to the faith last year in late March after being involved in New Age practices like tarot card readings online, getting general readings, the law of attraction, all that kind of stuff. My best friend is involved in it as well. We had a conversation about it. To be honest, I wasn't ready to tell her or our friends who were into these practices as well. But after watching a video from a Christian YouTuber, I felt compelled to do so. Thankfully, the conversation went better than expected. However, she has lots of questions and is open to a degree of getting the right answers. So, metaphorically speaking now, in a nutshell, 2014 was the year I was pushed off a 17-story building, somehow landing deep into a vat of paper while trying to find my way out, acquiring thousands of paper cuts for several years after that. From 2020 till now, I'm being asked to sit in a tub of lemon juice. I was diagnosed as ADHD, is autism, ADHD, anxiety as well. So I wrote also a notice that I'm AAA, but you can't call me to fix, to jumpstart your car. I can't do it. It's just not happening.
Touche.
And the question that came up after everything, after I wrote what I wrote, the question that came was, is there a science between getting something in another way to then have the original way come through? This worries me as someone who wants to be married. Will I not want the man I've prayed for when he shows up?
Wow.
Yeah. This listen. When the Holy Spirit and chocolate milk have been trying to do a number to just get all this out so far.
Holy Spirit and chocolate milk. That's the greatest sentence I've ever heard.
This is all it's been. I'm like, okay, what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now?
Oh. Well, you're a beautiful writer, and you put some very profound images in my head. I mean, the 17-story building, the vat of paper, the multiplicity of paper cuts to now be sitting in lemon juice for the last 5 years. Ouch. I'd read anything you have to
So
write.
Neosporin got nothing on lemon juice, okay?
At all. And your sense of humor is weakening me by the second. Okay. So your sense of humor is on par with mine. Okay. It's the only way we survive stuff like this. Okay. So, okay. So
Listen, I was, yeah.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, please go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I was watching, this is so random, but I was just watching Chappelle's show 2 nights ago. I'm just like, okay, I need something to get through what's been going on right now. I need some Tyrone Biggums. I need Clayton Bigsby right now just to get through
Oh
the
my
week.
gosh.
I need all of it.
For sure.
I need it.
For sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is no Mind of Mencia and there is no Key and Peele without Chappelle's show.
Oh, Mind of Missy. I forgot about him.
Yeah,
Oh
remember
my
him?
God. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So, okay. I know you had a question, but I would like to ask for what you need. What do you need right now?
What I need is clarity
Okay.
and more so confirmation on what I need to do, because I know people, we all say we feel God or we feel the Holy Spirit is telling us to do one thing.
Yep.
But then when you have a disorder or when you just deal with intrusive thoughts, it's like, hey, what is it? You know, even down to what I wear. It's like, Holy Spirit, do I put gel on my hair or do I spray it today? Like, which one is it? Or even just like bigger things. So when I shared this with one of the dwellers, he was the first person I shared this with to see how this would land on somebody else to make sure I wasn't just rambling.
Mm-hmm.
And she said after she read it that she heard God tell me through her that I've been searching and that I need to sit still. That I just need to sit still. Not to say be lazy or complacent or passive, just do what you still can, but don't do no more than you are required to right now.
Got you.
And when I listen to other callers on the pod and just, the YouTube shorts, like I have a friend that said, Holy Spirit is nosy. And she's so right. Because I could just sitting there minding my business and then I'll see like a YouTube short. Some of it is not even Christian content. It's like, you need to sit down. I'm just like, yes, ma'am. So I'm between all that. It feels like that is what I am supposed to do. But I don't want to feel like, because if someone asks me, what you've been doing, how are you? I don't see you a lot, which people say that. They're like, where? I haven't seen you a lot. I'm like, I'm home. I'm at home because outside is $100 an hour. It's expensive. I'm home. Okay. So people do ask that. And I just want to know when I tell them, I've just been to myself, I'm not doing a lot, that it doesn't come across as I'm being lazy and I don't want to do anything. Because I do. But a lot of what I've done, whether things I wanted to do, whether things I didn't want to do, but just did it out of just being obedient,
Yeah.
it's not, I can't do that now. It feels like the autopilot Lisa that was going on for 2 decades now has come to a close. I can't even listen to the same music I used to listen to and just psych myself up for things. I'm just like, it ain't happening. Like, it's like the taste in music is changing, the what I used to watch, and I would use these things to just go about my day because of what I had to do. So, but it's not happening right now. It feels like once I got that diagnosis of being autistic, and it felt like um, it definitely felt like it is a rebirth in a sense.
Yeah.
And even funny enough, the same hospital that diagnosed me is the hospital I was born at.
Wow.
So you talk about physical rebirth. I'm like, it could have been any hospital, and I live in New York City, so there's like tons, like, we quote unquote have one of the best doctors in the country. Like New
Right.
York is top. So I'm
Yep.
like, it could have been any hospital, and out of all the hospitals, this is the one that diagnosed me.
Wow.
As to be, being on the spectrum. So yeah, so it's a lot that has changed, and the living situation I'm in is not even so much ideal. It is toxic. I can't really lie about it anymore. I'm in a huge housing transition. My mom is part of the tenant association, so there's a lot going on with that. Had a conversation with her about moving, so it's a lot.
It's a
I'm
lot.
trying to be open, whether it's moving in with a friend, or it actually does happen that I do end up getting married. But yeah, I just want to know for right now,
Yeah.
this very moment, going forward, clarity and confirmation as to what I am actually supposed to do.
Okay. That I
And
really
I'm trying not to be out of breath right now. I'm trying
no
not to be out of breath.
no, you're great, and I appreciate the
Yeah.
context that
Yeah.
you've given me. I love what the your fellow dweller had to say to you. What I picked up on, I'm curious about this. It seems like um stillness is is actually not something that you're opposed to. It just seems like, based on what you said, you do take into consideration what the optics look like for other people, whether they be friends or family.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Where's that coming from?
Mm. It comes from it.
Take your time to think about it. I want to know why you care what they think about how you are walking through this season of your life.
Because there is still a part of me that feels like, yes, you have this disorder. Yes, you've done all the things you can do, but there are people who are going through it worse than you and are doing more.
That sounds like
And in some
comparison.
ways, I feel like, yeah, it is. It is comparison. Yeah, it is.
Is that
Yeah,
helpful?
I still. Mhm.
Is that helpful?
No, it's not. No, and I know it's not, but yeah, it's not. I know it's not. However, I still do it.
Understood. Just use and. Don't use however. Use and.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's not and. I still do it. And that's okay. I get it. And that's quintessential New York state of mind. Right? Like suck it up. Somebody has it worse. You ain't the only one. Push through, keep it moving. We gotta go. But what does that mindset cost you?
Be honest, it cost me my diet. I am it shows in what I eat. It shows in my language because like you said, and I know what stillness looks like. I'm not opposed to it, and I still care about what other people have to say.
Yeah,
And it's very frustrating
for
because I
sure.
want to just I really want to just be.
Mm.
Like I really just want to be. Like if that is a season of go go go, then just do that. And if there's a season of say less and sit down, then we're going to say less and sit down.
Hmm.
So
So what is standing in the way of you being?
myself,
Ooh. I did not think you was gonna answer that
myself,
fast. You sure that's
myself.
you sure that's lemon juice? That might be extra virgin olive oil you sitting in.
No, it could be lemon juice. Yeah, I think so. Lemon juice got that kind of sting that make you just be like, ouch.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, I think I think no, yeah, it's myself. It
Okay.
is. It's like that Spider-Man meme where they all point at each other and it's like,
Yes.
no, it's you, sis.
Y-
It's you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then my next question is what is standing what is hindering you from what in you is hindering you from you just being?
What that looks like and not knowing how that feels really. Um yeah, because of living with family,
Mm-hmm.
they seem different versions of me. They know things that other people, some friends don't even know about, and
Of
friends as
course.
well. They know things their family doesn't know about.
Of
So
course.
it does feel like there's a consistency because friends and family will be like, yeah, that's Lisa, but then there's certain things that'll be like, wait, but she never did that. She didn't never told me that
Mm.
sort of thing. Like it's different. Like how I am with my friends is not how I'm around family, but underneath that, the undertone of, well, this is still Lisa, if that makes sense. I hope
Yeah.
I'm making
It
sense.
makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So
So
what would it do for you to bring those two Lisas into closer proximity for them to be more aligned? The Lisa you are with your friends and the Lisa you are with your family. What if those were in closer? What if those two sides of you were in closer proximity? What would that do for you? Forget what that does for them. What does that do for you? What would that do for you?
it would be free.
It
And
would be free.
whoever cannot stomach it or deal with it, then I get the clarity that I'm asking for right now because now I know what to do.
I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
I think I just needed to just talk this out. Like I've been journaling. I started journaling. I was like, I don't know, but I started doing it. I have my, times. Like I said, there's nothing I'm doing now. Like when I tell you, God has made it very clear. He doesn't even want me to work. As crazy as that sounds, economy, in this economy, he's like, daughter, no. I'm like, okay. So is there anything? Is there anything? I mean, I already know things, but even there's something I want to do. Is that even? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. No, no dog walking. Like, no. Because this is something I need to deal with now, and going into do anything else, it would be a distraction. And the past 2 jobs have proven to do just that, to distract me from it.
Got you.
I would try and find my way, like, I still went to therapy and, would still talk, had conversations like this with people I could talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't that room, like the conversation I'm having now. I'm like, this is what I want to talk about. The conversations you have with people. Like, this is why I consider myself a dweller.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because of the conversations that you have, the conversations that people are afraid to have, the conversations churches won't even touch.
For sure.
So this is why.
Okay.
This is why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy that I got to hold space while you got to arrive at this conclusion. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much.
Like you're going to be
Thank
a
you,
happy, free person because you don't have to be different people. And whoever, the peace and freedom that comes with you just being the same person everywhere is going to allow you to vet who can't handle you. And some of the people that will be revealed will relieve you, like, oh, thank God, you're okay, bye. And others will break your heart. And you'll get over both because you're going to be one whole happy person. And that is what we all want.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm proud of you.
Oof. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh God, I'm so proud of you.
Like
Yay.
I said, I guess I just thank you. I just felt like I said, I felt like I just needed to just really say this out loud. It's one thing to write it, it's one thing to think it
Yeah,
and talk to God about it, but it's another when you hear what that sounds like. You hear what the conversation is like in your head. If
that's right.
that makes sense.
It makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
I
Oh, I'm
just
so
needed
proud of you.
this. Like it's,
Yeah.
yeah. But I did want to say I came across your content last year, I want to say February,
Mm-hmm.
and the first thing I saw was your basement episode with Dr. Anita Phillips.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had my mom watch it and she loved it as well. And so but I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know if this is what I need right now. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so like long story short, that was when I was still into like the new age thing, and it was just revealed to me that I had unintentionally been living in sin for 5 years now. That's how long I was doing it. And so I was coming out of it. I was also getting to know this church. So it was like looking at your stuff and then being introduced to this new church. And I ended up joining that church.
Mm.
And yeah, I ended up joining that church. And I liked it. It's biblically sound. However, for me personally, it doesn't go deep enough to what, again, the conversations that I really want to have.
Understood.
Like when people say, how are you? I'm like, do you really want to know? Do you really want to know how I'm doing this Sunday? Do you really
Right.
want to know how I'm doing throughout the week? And it's like they touch it, but it's not quite there yet where you can just, you know, be engulfed almost
Yeah.
by it. Like, okay, let's go deeper. Like it's not that. It gives there's introductions to it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that there's introductions to it,
Yep.
but it's not this.
Yeah.
It's not. And so so I am in the process of looking for a new church. But for right now, like I said, get out of my way, be still, and listen to this as much as I can, because I'm not even as consistent as I want to be with Wide Open. I'm just like, okay, how do you leave this and you can't even, like, why? So I'm just, even that, I have to tell myself, give yourself grace. Like, you know what's going on right now with you. Like,
Absolutely.
stop. This is what being still, that is a part of it. Stop doing that to yourself.
That's right.
If you watch it Monday and skip Tuesday and Wednesday and come back Thursday, so be it.
So be it. It's a
What did
daily
you
show.
learn?
Exactly. It's a daily
Yeah.
show. We'll be here whenever you are.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, so, but I'm glad. I'm really glad we got to do this, because I really wasn't sure how this was going to happen. I said, just God, please don't let me pee while I'm on this call, because that would not. I know we are wide open, but I don't think this is what he wanted. I don't think this is what Tim wants. No, he doesn't.
Oh, Lisa, I love you,
No.
and I got to tell you, 100 outside is $100 an hour is a statement I will use for the rest of my life. Anytime anybody
It's
asks me
so-
why I don't go outside, I'm gonna be like, because outside is $100 an hour.
It is.
That is the most.
That's without the tax.
That's without tax. $100 an hour without tax. I'm not
Okay.
doing it. I'm not doing it. I love you. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing your work. Freedom sounds very good on you. Freedom sounds
Thank you so much. I love
very
you.
good on you.
I love you,
so
Uncle
much.
Tim. I love you, Derek. I love you, Hector. I love you, Huli, baby Huli, all the spouses, Juliet, Nathan, Noah. I love you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
And please, Tim, please keep up. Please keep doing this.
We will. I'm honored to serve you, girl. Have a great day, okay?
You too.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.
Hey, I love our people. I'll fight for these people.
Oh yeah.
I will fight for these people. Wow, what a
Like
day.
female Shakespeare.
Oh my goodness. I'd read anything she writes.
Same.
Like, so
Same.
beautiful, vivid. I pictured it all.
Yeah.
What a blessing, huh?
Hey.
What a good blessing.
I know we have 3 minutes left.
Yep.
Do you want to share what Marta gave, the homework Marta gave you?
No.
Okay, mañana. Entonces,
Mañana.
Okay.
Mañana. Sí.
Shout out members.
Shout out member.
Shout out first timers too. Jacqueline and Sarah, thank you for joining us in the chat for the first time. We love you.
Hey, we love you, Jacqueline. We
Jake
love
Quallen.
you, Sarah.
Jay Quellen.
Jake Quillen, that's what it. Key and Peele, have you ever seen that one?
Yes, I have.
Okay. You're like, and I'm over it.
I love
No, it's all good.
Go, Huli. Go, go.
Where am I
go,
going?
Go to the field trip. To the field trip. Go to the
Buc-ee's?
field trip. Buc-ee's. Hey,
Field trip to Buc-ee's.
never.
Never happening.
We already know that's where we're not gonna go.
That's right.
So a lot of people bringing their fresh no, according to
Fresh
the calls.
nose.
Bring your fresh no.
Hey, we talked about it the last time. We're talking about it today. I mean, when you get your no back, life changes for you drastically.
Oh, yeah,
Life
for
changes
sure.
drastically when you get your no back.
sure.
Drastically. Not by a little bit.
By a lot of it.
Oh, man. I'm chilling. I mean, we did good work today.
You did great work
did great
today.
work.
We did great work
Keep saying we, it was you,
today. No. I think it's us.
We've just been chilling. We've been playing Minecraft.
So,
Oh,
What?
what are we building? What are we building?
What?
We've been
jockey.
building
Chicken
a wide
jockey.
open house over here. On Minecraft.
Building boundaries.
you're in Minecraft killing pigs and building boundaries.
Building boundaries.
That's hilarious. That is so funny. I I've been killing not kids. Been killing pigs and creating boundaries. Minecraft.
Welcome, Jack Black, to the show. Here you're
Oh, that would
Jack
be
Black.
so cool.
Jack Black.
That would be so cool. I love that guy.
Jack Black, I want you to tell me your top 3 movies that you were in, Jack Black.
Old school. Or what's that,
Nacho
man?
Libre.
School of Music or Rock. I don't
School
know.
of Rock.
School of Rock.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love that
That's a
movie.
good movie, man.
He's in The Holiday too. That's a good movie.
The Holiday? Mm-hmm. What is that about?
It's where two females switch, where like they take vacations at each other's homes, and then the rest unfolds. I don't want to take it.
I'm not going to watch it.
He's not gonna watch
It's
it.
Ain't nobody
basically
watching
a
that.
rom-com.
It's a wife swap.
rom-com.
It's giving wife swap.
I think you would like it though, because no, I think you would because
Do people die?
no.
Okay, I'm not going to like it.
But this girl stands up for herself though.
I can't
Against
watch
this
that.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, because I can't watch like emotion, like even if it's like a rom-com, but even what you just said, I'll be in this mode watching
I
that.
got you.
Whereas
I
when
get
I'm
you.
watching somebody
Yeah.
die, I'm like, nothing I
Yep.
can do for you.
Yep. So don't
No
watch novelas.
vulnerability to be had. Seems like you're dead.
Oh, it's 12.
It's 12. Look at the time.
Oh, way to go.
My God. My God, out of Zion today. Look at the time. Is it 12 o'clock on a Tuesday already? April 29th? It's like we have to leave or something so we can go home and come back again and do it again like we didn't just do it today. I'm Timothy Charles Ross. That is Hector Alejandro Guerrero. This is Derek Santiago. That, to my left, is the one and only Juliana Buendia Karlovich. And baby Karlovich. Bye.